Stop being loud, people.
Oh shit, Star Fox, you been playing Stellaris recently too?
Yeah,
I got
I played a whole bunch of it back in the day, back when it came out, and then a friend got me into playing multiplayer, and he has all the expansions, so it's actually
Oh,
more fun playing with
yeah.
him because I get to
I
play
did
all the
the same thing with
expansions.
Zedurium. I have all the expansions, so I got Zedurium to play with me on Tuesday. Normally we've been doing Crusader Kings 2, but this last Tuesday we're like, we're gonna do Stellaris this time. And then yeah, like I really was having fun with it, so went and started my own game that I'm having a blast with. I probably need to play on a higher difficulty setting or something because I'm like completely running away with the game. But I haven't had endgame crisis happen yet, so
No, I'm
but yeah, it's
considering
been fun.
buying all the expansions. It's just a little pricey, but I was having
Yeah,
fun with it,
just
so
play with Pluto instead. You'll be
just
fine.
wait. There you go. Just play with me. Um, yeah, I hadn't played it really either since it like around launch either. So like I had to like relearn a lot. Like I had the pop. It was like tile based for planets back when I played
yeah,
before.
there's some significant changes since when it first came out.
Yeah, I like the new pop system a lot better. Like the new planet system is way better, I think. And I like that you can actually manage, like if you want, you can micromanage all your planets again. Like it was annoying watching the AI sector like bumble up everything back when you had to
Yes.
like force the AI to control your colonies.
Okay, everybody. Raz gets into the mech. And he starts
Oh
Yep.
no, the
pulling
stupid mech.
levers. And weird things start
I
happening.
stand way back.
And
I don't want to
perhaps
be anywhere near that
Raz
mech.
is getting confused because when he's pulling levers, arms are reaching out, then legs reach out, and he doesn't quite have a grasp of how to control this. But as he continues to start working with levers, he begins to get it to move. Sorry, I'm pulling this
Yay.
up. And the more you practice with it, the more you start to recognize what levers do what for the most part. However, it's kind of tricky because it seems like sometimes you have to use two levers at the same time to get it to do certain things, but you're starting to get the swing of it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna once I do kind of figure out how to make it move. I'm gonna move it around in the canyon a little bit. I'm just gonna walk it for a little while.
Okay, you do that. And to the others, you
All
guys are
right,
just
and then
watching.
I'll
From a distance, yes.
Just in
and
case
then
it
I'll try
explodes.
punching some rock.
You do try to punch some rock. I mean, it's not like this thing is strong. It's just a machine. So, its force will only be limited to it. So it's not going to be like the most impactful thing in the world. But some rocks will chip off when you punch into it. Meaning you're not going to dig a hole through a rock with this thing.
Right, but he's just has to see like okay, like it must be like somewhat like strong or tough. Like if I
It's
could punch
definitely
rock,
durable tough, yes, but when it comes to strength tough, you're pretty sure that you might actually be able to outperform this thing in a fight, but this thing can
as far
definitely
as damage.
take, yeah, this thing can definitely take a lot of physical.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good.
Do we do we have like an easy way to repair it though? If it gets
Here's
damaged.
Pops.
I don't know. Does he have the spell like make whole? Be able to do that?
I
I
don't
guess if he
think
doesn't
so
right now, he could
yet.
get it.
I'm pretty sure it's not abjuration, so he should have access to it.
Yeah, I think it's transmutation.
Mm.
Actually, he has
Sounds about
what's
right.
a sec? Doesn't he have two
Enchantment, I
The
options
think.
other
for
one,
it?
the other one's enchantment.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
I was having the hardest time remembering that earlier too, because we were just talking about
Mage's Destruction.
we were talking about how at least we don't have to worry about Pops casting Mage's Disjunction on the end boss because he won't have access to it. And we were trying to remember like what he has Abjuration ban. What was the other one? I couldn't remember for the life of me, but I looked it up.
That's right, you guys are screwed. No Mage's Disjunction unless somebody dies and makes one.
No heroism.
Yeah.
Hooray! It'll be my
Heroism's
first
enchantment,
It'll
isn't
be
it?
my first in-boss fight without Mage's Disjunction. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The trick is you just make it so that the end boss isn't a wizard
Well, yeah, but like,
or a cleric.
to be fair, like one of the characters that got Mage Disjunctioned, like most of her shit was items.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, he might not have spells, but he's gonna have items. So are you telling him just to be strong without items? Are you telling me to put a god up against you?
yeah.
Because I can do that.
Yeah, yeah. Throw us against a demigod or a demon lord or something.
There you go. Mage's Disjunction that!
Exactly. It doesn't. Or a dragon. That works.
Oh
too.
yeah, there
That
you
was-
go. Or a dragon.
Yeah. I mean, dragons are spellcasters too, I guess, which is part of what makes them.
Wait, you
terrifying,
can't
but-
dismiss dragons. They're not planar.
No, but I mean, Mage's Disjunction is still
gods,
useful if they
dismiss
like
god.
pre-buff themselves a bunch.
Could you dismiss a god though?
Dis-
Really, like though?
Depends on if it's a statted one or not, I guess. And
If
it
it
depends
has
also if you're in
stats,
their
yes.
realm. I mean, like if you're fighting a demigod and you're not on his like plane or whatever, then sure, I don't see why you couldn't try to dismiss him. Probably wouldn't work, but you could try it. You'd probably
Yeah.
make the save.
Why is my stream still hosting Bloomer? God damn it. No.
Yeah. What the hell, Twitch?
Cell phone, the app for Twitch is so fucking retarded. Like, it gets hung up on things where it's like, oh, even though this person's live, I'm only going to show you the person you were hosting. But the desktop works just fine. I don't know. There's something seriously wrong with their app when it comes to people going live just off of a host. Anyways, I was trying to get it on so that I can moderate my chat like a boss. We'll have to do that later. Okay, back to this though. Now you guys have this working golem. Well, not golem, a mech, I guess. And you guys see that Raz seems to be slowly gaining control over it. It seemed really chaotic at first, but after a while, you guys are like, okay, this might work. This is workable. I don't know how Layla feels about it. I know how Pluto feels about it, though.
Well, Layla probably isn't quite as dismissive about it as I am because she can't see the stats for it.
Gotcha.
But she still doesn't like it very much. Probably is like doesn't trust it, and so she's still keeping her distance from it. But yeah, I think I don't know. This is near the end of the day. Like we had to travel to get here, but so I'm guessing though we'll continue on with it though to where we're actually going.
Well, yeah,
I'll
okay, so once I've tested this thing out, I would ask if anyone wants to pilot this thing, because it's really fun.
No, thank you.
I can't remember if Pops wanted to or
Aw.
not.
I don't think so because he
Nito's
knows he
definitely
can't
interested in
cast
checking it out.
spells in it. Well, I mean, you can cast spells in it. You just can't project your spells out of it because it's almost like behind a wall, so
Right.
to say.
I could totally
How
sit
do you
inside
see
of
where
it
you're
and cast
going?
Vampiric Shadow Shield on myself.
That's a good
You-
question.
you
I
see where
assume I
you're
can
going
see
on
where
the
I'm going,
computer-
right?
I'm gonna
On the
say
computer
that
monitor.
there's like, I don't know,
It's magic. I can see
Yeah.
through the eye.
yeah. well,
I mean,
you're
that's reasonable.
I think the triangle on his chest is more like where your eyes would be, if anywhere. So there might be like holes there for you to see through, but people can't see you, I suppose. Because your head is
Yeah,
not.
well, I mean,
I
I
don't think your head
tell.
is in its head. Like, I don't think that's how it
No,
works. Yeah.
I don't think so. I just tell
I meant
Nemotep
like
that you could see once you're piloting it.
yeah,
You could probably just see through
magically you
its
can see through
chest.
its
It
eyes.
just gives you.
Yeah, sure. It's magic.
No, it's a machine.
Zero's definitely interested in looking into it. Yeah, I want to give that a shot. Looks like fun.
Near once in.
All right, yeah, go get in. I keep the hatch open for him.
Alright, so what does what? A dirt. Whoa.
Yep.
That's bloody ingenious.
I mean, I guess I'll kind of show him like what I was messing with until hopefully he gets the hang of it.
Yeah, definitely.
When the sentinel is active, its eyes shine with green light, and the triangle of runes on its chest glows silver. Huh. Can't really see the silver glow on the picture,
Kind of.
but I can imagine it. You can barely kind of make it out, but yeah.
So where are we off to next?
I think we need to head to the north, a little bit further northwest. I think that's where the Sphinx people told us to go, where there was like this big Sphinx or something.
The faceless one, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, our friend, the actual Sphinx, is probably about ready for us to stop messing around with this, with the mech and, actually
Yeah.
continue on the quest.
Yep. She's
She's like,
often
sometimes I
like
get the
looking
feeling
off
you
into the
guys,
distance and scouting, I
yeah.
guess.
She's like, sometimes I get the sense you guys are intentionally not going there because you want to keep the Sphinx around as long as you can.
I doubt that's
like,
true because she's been rather
maybe.
useless to you.
I mean, for
Well,
the
she's
most
pretty
part,
to
she
look
hasn't been
at.
great, but she was really helpful when we fought. We were fighting those weird bird things or whatever that blinded whiz pops. Because like the fog cloud really helped out, and then she tanked like 2 of them for several rounds. Like she was actually pretty helpful there. I think we would have been okay without her, but like it definitely made the fight a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
That's probably the only fight that she's really been like particularly helpful in, but she was very helpful in that fight.
So it
There's several other
is
ones where she was sort of helpful.
3 p.m. on this day of the month
All
when
right.
you guys found the statue. Damn.
Like how you have this
All right. Well, let's go there.
marker about Wizpop's staff should be finished provided he hasn't gotten it stolen. Very ominous.
I did that just to make him a little nervous.
I don't even know if he checks the calendar. If he was here, I'd be reading it for him to make him nervous for you, though. But I'll just have to read it again when
Yeah.
when he gets here. Try to see if I remember.
You never know.
It could happen.
Could. Okay, so what hex are we going into?
The one with the red or pink
Mhm.
marker.
Mhm.
This one,
Okay.
I think.
You guys going to travel there then rest, or rest then travel there, or no rest?
Oh yeah. Like we could still travel part of the way there because it's
I don't
afternoon
see
right
why not.
now.
We have a couple hours, so we could still travel for like 5 hours or something.
Okay, so you guys will start traveling and then set up camp when it's darker.
Yeah, that way we get there during the day
Okie dokie.
instead of like the end of the day.
Alright, you do so. You begin to travel, and it gets towards the end of the day. Go ahead and roll your perceptions for traveling
Oh,
and
I'm ahead of you.
camping.
Roll another one for camping.
And then I'll just roll
Unless that was
those.
just one that covers both.
I
don't
was
know.
saying one that
You can
covers
just take
both.
the first one if you only need
Yeah.
one. Okay, you can just take my first one then.
I will open Whiz Pops and roll for him.
Voila.
Whiz Pops.
Ooh, nice.
Where is you?
I'm not the lowest. Yay!
Here he is. Yeah. Don't even know why I bother rolling Whiz Pops. I should just assume. Okay. You guys start to travel. You have the golem. It kind of slows you down a little bit just because mechanically you guys are still just not super good at maneuvering it quickly. So you guys don't travel nearly as quickly as you ordinarily would. But you guys do get to a nice spot into the next hex, and it's nighttime, and you set up your camp to rest. You guys do not have any encounters. Nothing happens over the evening. So you guys get through the evening and wake up in the morning with the daylight, and all is well as far as you can tell. Let me set to the clock to the next day. Ta-da! His Pops will prepare his spells. I don't know what spells those are because he's not here.
Probably just
So,
leave them how they are, I guess.
yeah, but I think how he had them last was not how he wanted them next, but it's fine. I'll just leave it how it is for now. But if he gets back before you guys go in, then he can change that. But once you guys go in, and if I run anything, I guess we're
Yeah.
just keeping it as is. Let me take a look what you got. Also, let me hit the night's rest. Let's see. Dancing lights, detect magic, mending, read magic, ant hall, cause fear twice, mage armor, magic missiles, obscuring mist. He doesn't need obscuring mist if you have obscuring mist. True strike, vanish, blindness, invisibility, mirror image, mirror image. Why does he have two mirror images?
Casey,
Prepared.
like
Because of
case
America.
I mean, it's only lasts minutes per level, so you might, if you get in 2 fights, you might need the second one.
I suppose. Yeah, this is just the difference between me and Zerdurium is like what he prepares is nothing like what I would prepare.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I probably would only prepare one, if any, mirror images if I was
Right.
playing a character like Wizpop.
Because like he can vanish, he can fly, he can. There's a lot of things that he can do to avoid getting hit altogether. In a majority
Yeah,
of the fights.
mirror image is
Yeah.
really good when you're against like ranged characters, though.
That's true. Well, okay, I guess he puts the mage armor on Nimatep in the morning like normal.
Yeah.
And himself? Major armor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, his spell list doesn't look terrible, so we'll just keep it as is. And but yeah, there would be a couple of things I think he would want to change, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So you guys haven't located the Sphinx yet. You have to explore the hex in order to do that. So that would be your task today.
All right. Then we'll do that.
All right. You guys wake up, you prepare your spells and all that fun stuff, and then start exploring. Look at this, make sure. Good. So if you guys want to roll your perceptions, anything else you guys want to do before you start doing all that?
Yep. Just want to find the Sphinx.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah, I don't have any good like hours per level buffs. I have 10 minutes per level stuff. So if we
Also, I
get
assume that
sight of it,
either myself or Nero are piloting the golem as we explore, because we're taking this with us.
Heck yeah. Although I'm curious, does it get extra hot in the golem because of what it's made of, or does it stay
It might.
cooler in there?
It can get.
I would
If it
imagine
does
it
get
has
extra hot,
Mhm.
if it does get extra hot, I think I'm the better one to pilot it.
you have a constant indoor elements, right?
Versus heat, yeah.
Well, so do I.
Yeah, you guys both have that ability actually.
Yep.
Nice.
I just have the spell endure elements, which I probably am likely already casting on myself, and maybe on Wizpops, and maybe on Nematep. I don't know. Depends on how the weather conditions are like. If I hear that it's like particularly sweltering suns or something, I'll probably do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With a lot of you guys, you are able to locate the faceless Sphinx. Now, when you guys come over a dune, you see this Sphinx. And you see a bunch of little sphinxes lined up in front of it, as well as some evidence of camps around the Sphinx. Um, I want to express to the players out of character that we are familiar with the Sphinx on our planet and how it's kind of narrow looking and stuff. This one is not. This one is quite a bit bigger. This thing is kind of huge, come to think of it. So I just want to get that in your guys' mind that this is quite a bit bigger than our own Sphinx on our planet. So as I stated, the Sphinx seems to have camps around it, and you guys are a very fair distance from it right now. How would you like to approach? And I'll just give you guys a map so that you can get a grasp of the surrounding area.
Okay.
Now, you guys can come from any direction you want. Granted, it's going to take you time to travel around the Sphinx to get over there unseen. But yeah, you can approach any way you want. And this thing is huge. If you look at the camps, you can kind of tell how small they are compared to the Sphinx itself.
Yeah. So the question is, which side do we want to come in from?
You want to try and scout it first?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. And I'll use I think for this
I'll be
day
right
I'm
back.
gonna do something I haven't done I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet with my Wings of Shadow ability. At level 11, which is the level I'm at right now, rather than using it to like as a swift action to give myself the spell Fly for minutes per day, I can use it once per day. Use all my minutes to give myself Overland Flight instead for 11 hours. So I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be a little bit slower fly speed, but I'll have it more permanently. And then I don't have to worry about like how many minutes it takes me to fly over. I just have to worry about the duration of visibility, which is already going to be 11 minutes. So I'll do that. I'll use Wings of Shadow to give myself Overland Flight using all 10 of my, or 11 of my casts of it. Oops, that's the wrong button actually. That was Cloak of Darkness. So I probably only use that once. Wings of Shadow. I'm just gonna spam the
Yeah,
chat
why is it doing that?
because I'm marking off all 10 or 11 uses of it
Oh,
because this uses all of them. So I have Overland Flight for 11 hours instead of having the normal Wings of Shadow ability. And then I'm gonna fly as soon as Secret gets back. I'm gonna do a flyover while I'm visible.
all
I think
right.
I'll fly
Yeah, that's
over
fine with
around
me.
it and then come back.
I'm
You're
listening.
back already? Okay.
I'm just gonna
So
double check if that's what you want to do.
yes,
Okay.
while invisible, I'm gonna fly over.
Where are you flying over specifically?
Uh, like hundreds of feet in the air, and I'm just gonna fly kind of directly over the Sphinx and the encampments down there.
100 feet in the air over the encampments.
Yeah, maybe even 150 feet up in the air. Pretty far up though. I'm gonna fly really. I'm not gonna like fly over directly above them. I'm gonna fly pretty far away to make it even
Mm-hmm.
harder to be detected.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna do it stealthily in the air while invisible.
Stealthily. Oh, okay. Let's see that.
All right. Where's my? Okay, that's on. Keep in mind as well distance penalties for anybody to notice me.
Uh-huh.
So they're probably not gonna notice me. That's the goal. All right. Plus 20 because it has invisibility. I rolled really shitty, but it's all good.
Okay. Well, I just went through everybody and nobody can see invisibility. So you're good. You're good.
All right.
You're good. Okay, so you fly over the Sphinx, and what are you trying to gather info-wise here?
Try to see if they have any watches. Trying to see if I can tell where the entrance might be. Yeah, I'm just trying to gather intel. Give us something to inform our decisions on how we want to approach it.
Okay. Yes, there does seem to be guards and mercenaries, in the camps and guarding the front and stuff like that. So, what you guys see, let me pull this up. Um, Up where all the other little sphinxes are, a wide avenue leads up to a colossal statue of a seated sphinx. Though the sphinx's sloped shoulders, powerful lion body, and clawed limbs were skillfully crafted, its face is an obliterated and jagged mass of stone. The scouring force of erosion seems absent here. A deliberate rawness has been infused in the degraded face, a tormented, almost malicious devastation that gives the still figure of ominous aura. Huge paving stones might once have formed a path to the statue, but now a carpet of sand blows across the broken slabs. Two rows of small sphinx statues, their faces flat and featureless, blindly gazing at each other across the avenue from atop stone pedestals. A ring of heavy stone blocks A ring of heavy stone blocks encircles the large sphinx beyond the avenue, a rough perimeter marred by frequent gaps and missing stones. And these little sphinx statues are about 15 feet tall. And you see there seems to be patrols. There are patrols going up and down this pathway, and there's a patrol going around its camp, and there's also a patrol going around the back camp here.
Okay.
And what the patrol individuals look like are giant scorpions and humanoid scorpions. Just a lot of scorpions, so to say. So you see
Like,
some...
are we talking like the centaur version of a scorpion where they have
Yeah.
like okay, where they have like the lower body of a scorpion, or like the Scorpion King, I guess.
Yeah, like the Scorpion King. Yeah, so you see a bunch of those and then a bunch of actual scorpions and yeah.
Are they walking him around on leashes,
No.
taking Fido for a walk? Only in this case, Fido's a scorpion. Okay, well, that's worth noting. Scorpions in particular might be tough for Pops to handle with a lot of his mind affecting type stuff. But they don't look like cultists. These look like maybe they're, if the cultists are here, these guys might be like hired by them or just working with them for some reason. Probably. Um okay. And I don't see like any obvious entrance from flying this far up
The
to the
only
Sphinx. Like I don't know how they.
entrance that you see is right here. Other than that, you do not
Okay.
see any other like doors or entrances or anything like that flying around.
Okay. And I'm sure that they realize that they're in the middle of the desert. So even though this is the main entrance or the main walkway over here, they have to they are protecting the perimeter around it because like obviously people can enter from any side. But all right, I'll go back and relay that information to the rest of the party. Come back and
How many
dismiss
are
my
there?
invisibility. Was able to get a rough count.
It's hard to say because some might be intense, but you counted at least 9 of the mixture.
Okay. So, and that's like spread out in all three of the patrols that I saw.
Right, and like I said, there might be more in spots you didn't see.
Right. So I'll say there's probably about a dozen.
Does anybody know anything about these creatures? These peoples?
I certainly don't.
I don't know. Can you describe them enough that I could make a knowledge check?
Hopefully, I mean, I describe them as these. They're like the scorpion version of a centaur. They look like the Rock as the
I'm
Scorpion
not sure what a
King.
centaur is.
But you know what Dwayne the Rock Johnson is, so
I've never heard of this adventure.
okay, never mind then.
It's
He's kind of a big deal where I come from.
kind of a big deal. It's a knowledge nature, if you guys want to know. Raz is like, your
Sounds like a
description
job
doesn't
for
make
Wizpop.
sense. Not making sense, Layla.
Yeah, you'll just have to see him for yourself, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, it looks like they're patrolling in any direction, but it definitely seems like and it seems like they do have heavy patrols near the front, but I guess and that seems to be the only entrance that I saw, unless we had another way to get in.
Wiz Pops tells you that he thinks he knows what those are. They don't have any special weaknesses or strengths. They can deliver poison, and they can get scorpions to follow them. Other
So
than
that's why they
that,
didn't have any leashes. That makes
um,
sense. I
they
was
can
wondering why they
sting
didn't
with
have a leash around their
poisons.
pets.
Yeah, they have scorpion empathy. Uh, but
Why doesn't
but they can
why doesn't Fido
grab
the
with their
scorpion have a
claws,
leash?
and they can constrict, and they can deliver poison through their stinger. The poison,
I
is a dexterity type poison.
Raz
And they
knows that some of the Knoll tribes in the Brazen Peaks, particularly the ones closer or like further away from Katapesh, that they do keep scorpions, but not like pets like that.
In general, are these people known to be aggressive, or could we go and try and negotiate with them?
Wizpop says these individuals fiercely guard ancient places and treasures lost to history. Far from civilized eyes, they thrive and piously protect their charges with the aid of monstrously large scorpions that they
okay,
keep as
that seems
pets.
weird to me
They share a
because
zeal for
I
religion.
assumed when I saw them that they were like paid mercenaries.
Yes, it
But
definitely seemed like that to you. They were patrolling.
right. Well, I mean, it makes sense also if they're like, religious zealots defending a holy site. But if that's the case, uh, it means either for some reason they were like the cultists were able to convince them to let them in, or they aren't here. And that we've been misled. So we might be able to talk to him in that case, though.
We can try. I'm open to it.
Well, in that case, do we just want to approach from the front then?
I think so. I'm all for taking a direct approach. In which case, Nero, you pilot the mech. I'm better at
Yeah,
Are we?
talking.
Nero can't use
I
his
prefer to talk.
blasts and stuff while he's in the mech.
Are we actually
Oh,
taking the
sure he
mech
can.
down there,
No,
or are we just
no, he
gonna
can't.
leave it back
Yeah.
here and just come back
Is
for it
the
later?
Sentinel going to cause problems?
Can.
He can blast it while inside the Sentinel.
No, he
It'll
cannot.
go in the Sentinel.
In the Sentinel, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He
it
can
won't
just
go
blast the
anywhere, but I
walls
can
of the
do it, dang it.
He can blast the inner walls of the Sentinel.
Well,
Just a hole in its
technically, if he
chest.
can keep the hatch open, he can shoot out the back and have it
The
curve around
back.
the front.
Well, yeah. With
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has curvy
feature.
shot.
Snake it! I can snake it!
He can snake shot it.
Done. I'm doing it.
I don't think you can move the Sentinel while the hatch is open, but I mean, yeah, you could theoretically set it up in position somewhere and then take blind shots from around the back of the hatch.
I
Well,
mean,
if you
does
can
it
see
say
through the
you can't
chest,
move
it's
it
not
with the hatch
blind, is
open?
it?
I guess that's true. If he's looking through the, if he's
Yeah,
looking
he can
through
see his targets.
the front,
There's just a wall,
yeah, he
so to
could
say.
he could do that. Then he would get like, you get like total cover inside that thing probably, and then just shoot around the back from the back of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to take that thing with you, but I figured we would just leave it behind and come back for it later. I don't think it's going to be particularly useful, especially if we actually do go into the Sphinx. But we are just talking to him as far as for now, so.
Okay, you guys start to approach.
Oh, I do have a
Anything you want
long
to
range
do
touch spell I want
before
to
you
use.
approach? Any specific way you want to approach? Please give me details, because it is going
Yeah,
to
I
be
cast
I want to test and
status.
see if it'll move with the door open.
No, it does not move with the door open.
Sad
I'm gonna
face.
cast status on. I guess I can't quite put it on everyone yet. So I won't put it on I guess I won't put it on Whiz Pops. I don't know. No, maybe I do want to put it on Whiz Pops. He has a tendency to want to turn invisible sometimes.
Okay, and
So I'll put it.
for combat reasons, it is a move action to open the door while you're in it, but it will not mechanically move with the door
I had
open.
a feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to just sit there with the door open while you're in it, by all means, go for it.
All right. So yeah, I'll put it on everyone except for Raztak, I guess. And I'll just rely on keeping an eye on him physically for now. But everybody else I have status on, so I'll know where they are, like their relative positions to where I am, and I'll know if they are suffering any conditions, including things such as poisons and diseases. So if you guys get poisoned by this scorpions, I'll know, unless it's Raztak.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah, I'll have like a number on me and any other long-term buffs I want to put on up.
Okay.
Not really.
What do you guys do? You're on the map.
Alright, let's approach. I have my buckler always strapped to my left forearm, but I don't have any weapons drawn. So I'll
Me
approach.
neither. Of course, I only have like a couple daggers for weapons anyway. And a crossbow, I guess. Yeah, I have 2 daggers and a crossbow. Those are all my only weapons.
Anybody else?
Yep, I'm approaching just slightly behind Raztak.
Um,
That's suspicious. They
Where's
put
the
tokens
mech?
on the map.
Don't worry about it.
Nimitep. Your spidey senses are going off as you get closer.
Oh, hold up, Raz.
Okay.
As you guys
I
begin to
stop.
approach, the scorpion people start to like notice you, and they all just kind of start to come out a little bit, and they're just observing.
There's something not right here. There might be some sort of snare or trap pit, maybe. But I don't know if I want to go looking for it. They might construe that in a negative light.
We could try talking to him from here then.
Yeah, yeah. You just want
Keep
to
in
call
mind,
it
you guys
them?
are a really far distance, and if you've ever tried to talk to somebody that far away, you guys are not going to hear each other, so...
Oh no, we
Yeah,
I could
no.
yell at him from
Just
100 feet
shout,
away, and
hey, hello.
yeah,
Again,
they'd
if
hear
you've
me
ever
from
been
Did you
100 feet
across
locate
the
away.
the-
field that many feet, like, it is not as easy as our mind seems to think it's going to work, so... I mean, yeah, you could shout at
Did
them,
you
but whether or not
locate the
they're going
cause
to
of
hear
danger?
or understand you is a whole different story.
What's that?
Did you locate the cause of danger?
There's something wrong here. I'd have to look closer, spend a little bit of time searching around, but I don't know whether or not they will appreciate that.
Well, let's do it anyway. Maybe it'll
Okay,
get them to come to us.
I will
I'll
start
help you.
poking
I'll
around in
look
the
around.
sand and see what there is to see.
You see, there is a trap up ahead. But you're starting to think that it's probably not the only one.
It looks like this place is littered with traps.
to be like mechanical traps. Until you actually start to disable, you don't really know the details, but you're pretty sure.
Sure. I don't know how we want to proceed here.
Well, we should proceed without getting triggered any traps.
I'll shout
Okay.
at them and wave my hands at them.
Okay.
I'll try
Like,
and guide
hey!
us around the traps.
So you're shouting at them, Layla, but they all just seem to be staring in your guys' direction, observing, as if waiting for something to happen.
Alright. Two can play at that game. I stare back at them. I'm the staring game championship winner.
The sun
Mhm.
My
comes up,
hometown.
the sun goes down. They're still staring at each other, and it just goes around.
Right. Do we get any closer?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, I just don't want to move. I just don't want to step on any traps if
I
we
pull
know we
out
can
my
avoid
water
them.
skin, drink some water.
Raz is
I
trying
don't
to
break eye
avoid
contact the
traps.
entire time.
Okay.
Yeah, Nematep she's guiding us around them. So I'm going where Nematep goes.
Is Nero out of the construct thing right now?
No, there's just no construct token.
Okay, because I don't
I'm
know if the construct's gonna be able
being
to
a little more
avoid the traps
cautious.
as easily. That's something to consider. In my case, since I've overland flight up, I'll just kind of hover a little above the ground.
Okay.
I'm assuming these are like a pit trap or something like that, right?
As you guys
Or it
start to
might just be a
pass the
nebulous.
traps, some of the individuals start to like look at each other, but then back at you, and they just continue to wait.
Aha! I win the staring contest. I feel emboldened.
Alright, yep, I advanced with Nematep.
Tep, as you get closer, they all seem to ready spears.
Okay. That looks like it's time for Raz to speak up.
Am I within shouting distance at them?
You can try, but it's still a far distance to be talking.
Are these squares 10 feet or 5 feet? What's the scale
5
on the
feet
map?
each. To be fair, I lived on a horse farm where I had to give lessons to students who were literally only like 30 feet away from me in an arena while they're riding horses. And I had to like belt at the top of my lungs, and they still couldn't hear everything I said. So that's why I know that distance shouting is not as effective as one might think it is. That's just where I'm coming from in regards to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not like it's not like we're in a loud environment though. We're out
We're
in
in
a
a loud
remote desert
environment either.
location.
It's out in the middle of the country with no roads and stuff like that. So, but anyways,
I mean,
what I'm getting at is distance shouting from long distances is not as clear. It's not going to be a conversation.
Right. I'm gonna go in front of Nematep
Mm-hmm.
just a bit. And I'm gonna raise my hand without any weapon in it.
Sure.
Like as if to halt them. And I do shout in Assyrian, uh, we seek an evil cult that has come here. Put down your spears. We don't wish to fight you.
Okay, and what language are you saying that in?
Assyrian.
They do not put their spears down. In fact, they seem to point them more towards you guys when you say that. And one of
All right.
them says, "Leave, or you will die."
I say to them, we will not leave until this vile cult is destroyed.
They take up arms.
All right, we did it,
I
boys.
I tell them that we're here with a guardian of another uh, sacred place, and that these cultists have trespassed on uh, trespassed there and stolen something from the land from that ancient tomb, and we're here to recover that with the guardian of said tomb, and I motion towards Teddy Sura.
Yeah, and you hear one of these individuals making some like strange noises. Perhaps it's talking in its own language, and like the scorpions seem to like start to aggressively like look at you guys, and you guys can all roll initiatives.
All right, well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah. No, your guys'
Nice,
assessment
another
would be
2.
fair, but perhaps these guys seem like they're protecting what's inside
2.
or who's inside, perhaps.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 as well. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
jeez, you guys.
That's fine.
Oh, okay, maybe Teti can.
I'm a dog in a burning
Oh.
house. This is fine.
No, shit. Teti rolled not so good, but better than some of you.
Whizpops might still roll high.
Oh yeah, I gotta get his out here. Okay. That everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So yeah, it looks like they're not willing to talk, and they're putting up a defense, so to say. Nimitech?
Rude.
Is it sandy?
Yeah, difficult terrain. Sorry.
Once we get inside the Sphinx, I don't think it will be.
Haha, joke's on you.
We enter an extra dimension. It's like the door actually is an extra dimensional portal, and it leads
It's just
to
another
the plane of
desert.
sand. It's the plane of
It's
sand.
the
It's
plane of
extra
sand, yes.
sandy.
Extra sandy.
This is like difficult terrain, but it's like double
so
difficult
gritty.
terrain, so it takes you three moves to go through instead of 2.
Oh, gee.
Okay, this is where I'll go. I'll stand up beside Raz. And I'm done.
Okay. This individual is going to move. Oh, let me lock tokens. Let me see what his move speed is. Okay. It's gonna move to here.
Dang, I knew I should have had planar adaption.
And it's going to... Hold on, I'm just pulling up range increments for a weapon really quick. Or what spears are, if anybody knows on the top of their head. Spear, spear, spear.
That's
like
what
10.
like it's
20.
10 or 20.
I think they're
I don't remember.
20.
Okay, yeah, it's 20. Alright, so we got 1 increment penalty.
Yep.
It's gonna
You can throw it up to
throw a
5 times your
spear
increment.
at you.
Who's
At
you?
Raz. At Raz.
Okay.
Who is also still flat-footed, so let me hit that. And to top it all off, this is a vital strike.
Okay.
Yeah, one sec, one sec, one sec, one sec.
Roll, wicka, roll, wicka, roll, wicka, roll, wicka.
Okay.
And it hits.
Raz, you're not even trying.
Well, yeah, because I'm flat-footed. I don't get any bonuses from dodge.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
Why is this listed as a dodge bonus? Is it a dodge? Oh, just okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I see a weird oddity in my ability here.
All right. So Raz takes some vital damage from the spear, and then this fellow, also in difficult terrain, scorpion or not, it doesn't say they get to avoid difficult terrain. So we are going to chuck a spear at Nimitep as well, which were also a penalty to our range increment.
Did did that attack hit him by 4 points?
I don't know. What, 29 to your flat-footed?
So my flat-footed AC is 25 because I'm missing 2 from my dex. Because my normal AC is
Okay, so
27.
plus
It would
4
have
would
hit
give you
anyway, though.
29. It would have hit. Okay. Because this isn't a dodge bonus. That was a mistake in my thing here. It's a circumstance. But it didn't matter. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okie dokie. This fellow is also going to throw a spear at Nimitep, who is not flat-footed, and vitally throwing this spear, so to
Vittle strike.
Vittle. It hits. I hit.
Fiddle strike. Yeah. You rolled the same roll again. Amazing.
Different person though. Okay. And Nimitep gets wounded by this spear.
Ah, man. I wish I had the flex arrows.
Shoot. What is Whizpops gonna do?
It would have actually been good. It's amazing. I got it, and all I faced were people throwing boulders and it didn't work.
Yeah,
Very sad.
that's my experience as well. Or they shoot you in the surprise round when you're not allowed to use it either. And then they switch to me.
Yeah. Oh shit, what's he doing?
If I had to guess, fireball.
Oh, he can hit 3 of them with a fireball. We're gonna burn his fireballs. He prepared 3, so let's go. Hiya! Bam! Oh, 1 fails, or 2 fails, and 1 saves. And he just busts a fireball on a bunch of them. And he says something witty. So what do we got now? We have Scorpion number 3. What is your move speed? You are okay. And I don't think it says it can go through difficult terrain easy. No, it doesn't. Okay. His scorpion starts to double move through the sand towards you guys. This guy's gonna throw a spear at Nimitep with only 1 range increment penalty. And vital misses. Okay, Teti. Teti is going to fly higher up into the air as she notices these things don't seem to have the means of flight. And she's going to cast Produce Flame.
Yep, throwing fire
She gets to
from
throw
the
one
air.
as part of casting that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, she can keep doing it as a standard action every turn after that. I think she could do 4 rounds with it too. I can't remember though.
Okay, so she hits with the range.
She can at least do 1 a turn.
What are we doing? We're doing 1d6 plus 1 per caster level, maximum 5. So she does. Oh shit. Only 3 damage to this scorpion. And that brings us to Raz.
Alright. I'm gonna enter a rage.
Let's zoom in here.
For that +6 to strength. There's 2 here. So yeah, I think I want to get their attention like this. I'm going to make a jump
Okay.
towards this one. And yep, I definitely make it the 30 feet towards it.
Okay, let me see. It's CMD. Or has it? Yeah, it's acted. Okay. You jump into that square. It looks like it wants to swipe at you, but you're just too quick.
Flying Knoll, yep. I'm gonna make an attack with Reckless and Power Attack. Oh, hold on, I gotta take that off. That's the 2-handed damage. I'm not 2-handing. I pull out my +2 battle axe. There we go. And then I'm gonna take a swing at it. And I yell in Assyrian, but with some Nolish inflection. If you're with that cult, then we'll show you no mercy. That's my turn.
Okay. This one is going to double move. This one double moves as well. Layla.
Alright. I'm going to cast Shadow Conjuration. And let's see here. This gets me give me a circle here. 20-foot radius. Okay, I can't quite try doing it that way, or that's like the best one because I can use the Sphinx and I can use these rocks to kind of try to catch both of these guys here. So yeah, I'll try doing that. I'm using it to cast web.
Okay.
So we'll start with the will save part for. Okay, so to them it's real, and then the reflex save part. One of them is out of it. I don't have an effect made for this because Shadow Conjuration is like a billion different effects I would have to make. But it's a web, so the Scorpion number 2 is grappled by the web. And then I guess I could do a quicken spell too.
Ooh.
Holy crap, I didn't read that ability. I've been doing this wrong.
I'm gonna move up a little bit, and I'm gonna cast oh, wrong bouton. Get rid of that map. I don't need it.
Can you move over? Just would it be a problem to move just so you're adjacent to me?
Adjacent? Sure.
Just in case something attacks you, I can throw myself in the way.
Alright, so yeah, I fly forward a little bit, hovering just above the ground next to Nematap, and I'm going to cast a quickened bless on everyone. Using a level 5 slot. And target. Oh, there's no target all allies button. I hit the one on the other map, it didn't do it. So target all my allies. I think you guys are all close enough. The range on this is 50 feet, so yeah, definitely close enough. Put bless on the whole party. Except I also want to put it on myself. That'd probably be good. Alright. That's my turn.
All right. Nira.
Okay. So I found out I've been doing this wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I never read infusion specialization. So I don't need to gather power if I'm using an infusion, because it reduces the total burn cost by 3 at this level.
Infusion what?
Unless it's one of the ones that can't be reduced below 1, which there are a couple of that do that, but
Right. But in that case, gather power doesn't do anything anyway.
oh. Huh.
So I haven't been
That's
needing to
really
gather
good.
power at this point.
So wait, are you not in the mech right now?
He's
No,
in the.
I'm in it. There's just no token for it.
Oh, okay.
But that means that I can use both extended range and snake and incur no burn.
Okay, but you still have to
What's it called?
spend
Infusion
time to
specialization?
open the door and stuff like that. Yeah, I was
Oh, I
looking it
know.
up too because I'm like, what are you talking about? Because that sounds like I don't know. That doesn't sound
Yeah, infusion specialization.
specialization.
I was trying to look up a couple things on Paizo, and I saw it
Photos,
mentioned
okay.
and how it reduces stuff. And I went, what? And I looked, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. How did I miss that?
Can't reduce the total cost of the infusions used below 0, though.
Yeah. So I can't
Huh.
remove burn with it.
Right. You can reduce it to 0, but not below. Neat. You have it reduced
So,
by like 3 points at this point.
yeah.
Right, this is
The
for
extended range is
infusions. Yeah.
+1, snake is +2, so that total is 3. However, if I add like any metakinesis on top of those, then I would have to gather power or accept the burn.
Right.
So I'm gonna take my move action and drop open the hatch,
Okay.
and then I'm going to extended range, and snake to blast the giant scorpion 3.
All right.
Ouch.
Damn it, Nero.
Oh,
Somebody send him to
what
aiming school.
Def
yeah.
5 though.
I
Although
forgot to get bless
should-
on you. Apparently, I should have had that on you, right? You're within 50 feet.
Sure, that would
You're
help.
exactly
but,
50 feet.
Don't you have to see me?
Maybe. Yeah, that might not happen
Because
because
if
you're
you
in the
do, you
mech.
can't see me.
Yeah.
But it should also be plus 10. I don't know why it did that.
Yeah, it's just a
you'd still
50-foot burst.
miss. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you'd
guarantee it's
still
still a
miss.
miss. But that
Oh
just
yeah, I
means that
know,
I'm
but
gonna have
still,
to. Well, no,
in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okie dokie.
it's that there's an issue with my calculations on here.
Nimitep.
Okay. I'll scooch around here.
Okay, it's gonna attack at you with.
Okay.
Because you're getting close enough. It's. Stinger. I can't vital strike attack of opportunities, right? So I use this button here.
Not normally.
Not normally. You're
There are
saying it's
ways to do it,
possible? Okay. It rolled a 1
Mhm.
and missed.
Okay. Then that's it.
I
I
know
cast
there's-
shield and run around it.
There's at least one way I can think of. There's like a vigilante thing you can take that lets you do it on attack opportunity. It's pretty good.
It didn't take its turn. I realized you turned its turn. So okay, it is going to take its turn now. Number 1.
Where's number 1? Oh, he's in the web, but he made his say the reflex. So as long as he doesn't move through the web, he's fine. It
No,
is
we're not
difficult
talking about
terrain.
Scorpion 1. We're talking about.
No, I know. I'm looking at the Scorpion guy 1. He's at the edge of the web.
Oh, is he? Oh.
Yeah, he's over on the right
Okay.
side there. He's on
So
the edge of the
he's
web. So as long as he
technically-
doesn't move through the web, he's fine. But if he tries to move through, he has to make a escape artist or CMB as part of his move, or be grappled. So if he just moves directly out, he's fine though. Apart from it being difficult terrain on top of more difficult terrain.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna move up through the difficult terrain. These guys got a lot of move speed. So let's see if he can get somewhere. Doesn't look like it. It's gonna double move to set up a flank on Raz. We're doing a flanking conga line. You
No.
can join Layla anytime you want.
I can. I might.
And if
I
you
might
want to
have to.
take an attack of opportunity, take note that the AC may be different. So if you hit, we'll have to double check and make sure. So, Raz, it's going through your threatened squares.
You saying
Okay.
you don't have an effect
So
that
I'm
Nematep
going
does?
to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it has mobility, and
On-
I don't want to put it on it, so just we'll
On number
math
1,
it.
right?
Yeah, number
number
one.
1.
Okay, here comes an attack. I still have power attack on me, right? Where am I? There I am. Yes.
Looks like you do.
Uh-oh,
oh,
might be
oh,
dead.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Oh, yep, you critically, even with the mobility.
Well, this one hasn't taken any. Oh, he took some fireball damage yet. That's not dead. Look at that.
It's not dead.
These things are beefy.
Yeah, that's my attack
All
of
right.
opportunity. I get it pretty good. I like almost clothesline its head and decapitate it.
Shit. This one is going to move a little bit and pull out another spear while it's moving, and it's gonna throw the spear at Nimitep with a vital strike. And misses.
Sounds good.
Whiz pops. I wish Zerdarium would show up right about now. How about now?
I mean, sure would be nice.
Right about now.
Now.
Damn it.
We can just have Wiz Pops
3,
back by the
2,
Sentinel.
1.
Now.
Okay, then
Nope.
it normally
Okay.
works.
Yeah. I just don't like spending people's spells and then having them show up and be like, "Oh, you used my stuff." Yeah, I used your
Sideline
stuff.
I mean, I'm sure he'd be like, "Hey, you used my stuff and I'm not dead. I'll take it."
I don't know about that. Also, the game master has like a perspective of what's to come, and you guys don't. So
Oh,
there's
yeah, I
always
know.
that. I'm just like, I don't want to spend all your spells because you're gonna want them.
Does he have like a spell that he can control throughout multiple rounds, like a flaming sphere or something like that prepared? Because that's always a good
No, you
option for
didn't
stuff like this.
prepare that this time around.
No.
That's why I was trying to tell him that just having that fucking cantrip available is like
Yeah.
good for me, at least when you're not there.
I don't know if cantrips are that great at this point, but like those
Something.
like repeatable spells that you can spend your actions controlling, like to do multiple attacks, like and direct around, are like really good for fights
He
like
has
this.
Flame Orb.
It's not prepared.
Yeah, I just don't think
Right,
it's
but he
prepared,
has
that's-
whatchamacallit. He has a bonded item. He can just spontaneously cast it.
Well, that's true too, but yeah, that's
But do
a
you want
pretty
to?
that's a 1-a-day resource too.
Do you
Yeah.
want it?
No, well, see, that's the thing is this isn't my decision, and I'm being faced with it. You know.
Yeah, just do it. You're the DM.
I don't know. Like again, the things that he prepares.
If you want, you
it's-
can be nice and say, like, I just took another spell off spontaneously, and let's say you prepared it.
I mean, last time I did that, he
I do that
got
all the time when I'm
upset,
DMing characters. Like, basically, if I have to DM someone's character, I'm just gonna make them work however I want them to work.
I just wish he had like a crossbow. And he doesn't. He doesn't have a crossbow, and he doesn't have a cantrip. So literally, the only thing Wispops does is
Yeah.
spells. Yeah, it's
His
Nothing to
favorite
fall
move
back
Where'd you
on.
have him
when
pass?
he doesn't
Like Star Fox
his
said.
favorite his
do
favorite
nothing.
move when he doesn't have a relevant spell to cast in a situation is I'm not gonna do anything.
Gonna do anything. He has
Or
a lot of relevant
my
spells
favorite,
that
I
just don't
can't
burn
do
roll,
anything.
You know.
Like, oh, okay, you
Okay.
can't do anything.
I'm gonna
alright.
pit. No, I can't. The pit's big. I mean, I can pit one of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been loving the GCP Hungry Pit usage.
Yeah.
Or we
Well,
could
he should
fireball
probably try to do something about
again.
these scorpions if he can. The ones that are closest to us, I mean.
Yeah.
That's
They
why I'm
look like
trying
they
to
might be
ping
coming
number
for
3.
him.
He's
Yeah,
flying.
3 and 1. Well, that's true. He
He
can
can
just fly
always
up in the air
fly,
further.
yeah.
I could too, but I'm staying close to the ground because I'm dumb.
Yeah. Okay, let's just fireball them again. There's
If
only
he's going
2 of
after the ones on
them.
the right, the Scorpion 2 should be grappled, which should impact his reflex save.
Yeah. Okay, they both fail. They might actually be dead after this.
Although that might also burn away my. Yeah, it burns away my web, but it doesn't matter because he killed it.
Yeah, they're both dead. Just bam. Scorpion's gone. Okay, let me spend that.
Alright, Scorpion is on the menu tonight.
Alright, he only has one
Technically,
more
Scorpion
fireball
2 would have
left.
taken some more damage too, because when the web burns, it deals damage.
Oh.
They got rid of the
Scorpion
grease
3.
fireball combo, but they didn't get rid of the web fireball combo. That one still works.
Layla says she's close to the ground, so this scorpion's gonna come up here
Alright.
and try to attack you. Let me just check its reach. Yes, it can reach you. It's going to try to sting you, because I want to get poison on somebody. That sounds fun.
Sure.
Hiya! Oh, I miss. Damn it.
Yeah, that's because of my armor bonus.
No fun.
Yay
Conga line
for
of flanking.
Cloak of Darkness.
Ooh, I get to full round now, Raz. Okay. We're gonna full round a flank. We don't get the Vital Strike. Do we... anything else? Okay, so...
I mean, you can if you only want to take one attack.
I don't want to. I want a full round. Give me my flank bonus. Wait, is that gonna work for... Yeah, okay. So, he has a spear, claws, and a stinger, and he can attack multiple times with all of these.
Okay.
And so it looks like the spear hits, and that's it. Just the spear. So he's like stab, stab, claw, claw, and the stinger comes at you, and you just dodge most of it.
Yeah, he's not gonna
Yeah,
be
most of
terribly
those were
happy
low rolls.
probably with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong
probably.
target though.
Oh, was it?
Oh, that is
I
Nematep.
was targeting Nimatip. Okay.
Yeah.
What was
Most
your
of those would have
AC right
missed me
now?
anyway, though. I'm at 27 at the moment.
Okay, yeah, it would have been the
Yeah,
same
so it
thing.
wouldn't have mattered there, but the damage would have been a lot lower because you have DR.
Restore
Yeah.
13 damage to yourself, Nimatip.
And so, do you want me to just add... Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Oh, it's her turn, and she's got that flame going, so we're gonna send another produce flame at the scorpion. She hits. I should just set up damage for this spell so that I don't have to keep manually rolling it. Okay, she does some damage to it, and she's still flying as well. Raz?
I'm going to full round the one that I have a flank on with Nematep. So give myself the flank bonus. And 3 attacks. Well, I guess I can do them one at a time. Yeah, I'll just do them one at a time.
Whichever. Hit, hit.
Alright. There's some damage. Second attack. That's a miss.
Mm.
And third attack. Oh, so close to a natural 20. Dangerous. Alright, and yeah, I stay there. That's my turn.
Okay. Scorpion number 1 is dead. It died.
Yep. It's deaded.
Same with number 2. Dead. Okay, Layla?
Did we end up skipping your Tabulu or whatever, number 2? He hasn't moved in a while.
Oh, he's...
He's the one down the bottom left.
No, he hasn't gone for a while. He
don't remember.
he moved down and threw a spear at Nimitep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. So he intentionally didn't
Yeah,
move
he's
in.
not like
Okay, well that's
engaging
fair.
melee. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
5
be
foot
right
fly back out of the range of these doofuses. And this isn't the best use of this spell, but I might be able to take one of these guys out right now, so I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Shadow Evocation for a lightning bolt. So I gotta edit this field. I actually have a damage field for this one. I just gotta change the type. Oops, wrong bouton. All right. So I'll start out with the will save on the 2 guys I'm getting hit with it. Wow, they both make it. Okay, that figures. They still get the reflex, so just wrong bouton. I gotta retarget them. They both make that too. That is hilarious. Okay, this is gonna do like basically 1/10 of its normal damage. So
Fine.
I'm not even gonna target them. I'm just going to roll it, and you can apply 1/10 of that. So they take 3 damage each.
I wonder if there's a way to divide this
Really good
by...
use of a level 5 spell.
This
God, they
is
rolled so absurd.
double value,
These
half
guys don't have that good of
value,
saves either.
display some, negate value. Doesn't look like I have
They
a
don't
way.
have a 1/10 damage button.
Damn
so.
it! Okay, 3 damage
don't
to
think.
number what? 1?
Number 1 and number 2, since
Oh,
that was
both
in
of
a
them.
line.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, since they made both saves. Pretty high DCs, and they just rolled really high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. They rolled high. Okay, and that's it then.
Yeah, really good turn.
Mm. I've seen worse. Nero.
Alright.
Well, Nero might be able to
I'm
take out.
going to gather power for my move action. And then I'm going to attack the
Metakinesis?
same scorpion using extended range and snake. And I'm going to make it an empowered.
Okay. Yeah, infusions are ridiculous. Like the things Kudu could be doing if like my archetype didn't drop them. Bam, dead.
Yay! Well, it's 1 target down at least. I guess the only thing left to do now is go join the flank conga line.
Yeah.
Oh, this is done wrong too. God damn it. The whole level up thing.
Okay, so that sounded like an entire turn. So it's round
Oh, like your empowered
3.
thing isn't putting the right damage, right?
Nimit.
Or it wasn't
No,
the right damage.
it's the base bonus before
It's
the
doing it right.
empower takes effect.
Ah,
It should be 66 plus 11, not 66 plus 10.
gotcha.
Ooh, Nimitep hits. Does damage. A lot.
No, it's still up. Alright.
Yeah. They seem to be
Well,
very
the
hard
crit
to
was on the one that's above Raztech, so we've been spreading our damage out.
This is true.
Oh, my turn's not over.
No? Okay, keep going. Oh, it's a hit.
Wow. Okay, just set. My turn's not over.
Miss.
Boo. Okay.
Is that your turn? I'm gonna use a key.
No, he was just applying the strength debuff.
Am I applying that to
Or
myself?
attempting to. Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
He should have taken 1 extra point of damage, by the way, for what it's worth.
What number?
Number 3,
3. Okay.
because I've hammered the gap, and I hit him twice in a row.
Number 1 here is going to flank full round Raz. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me double check something real quick here.
So it's almost the ideal conditions for what's the name of that spell I have? Shifting Shadows. I think I'm just gonna get rid of that spell though, next level. It seems cool, but it's just like it never actually comes up useful.
Okay.
Although I should try casting
It's
it more anyway,
gonna
'cause it's a lower level
flank
spell.
full round. Just trying to close a bunch of windows because I just got a lot open right now. Okay. Flanking full round with the spear, 2 claws, sting on Raz with the flank, and only 2 hits. So it looks like the sting. Ooh, haha! The sting and a spear hits. So Raz, go ahead and roll a fortitude. Fine. You seem to be okay. You know that you were just about to get poisoned, but perhaps you brushed it away somehow. I don't know.
His immune system's too good.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep, too angry.
Too
He's
angry.
been hit by much much more
Local
venomous
man too
bugs.
angry to get poisoned.
This one
That's pretty funny.
starts to retreat. As a double move
How dare he?
through the sand. And he also starts to make out calls in a language that I know none of you speak.
How dare you?
Alright.
Yep. Yes, sir. Okay,
Can't
Whiz
believe you
Pops.
think you know. You don't know me.
I know what Zerdurium would do, but I wouldn't do this. But whenever Zerdurium sees things fleeing, he wants to blind it. Do you think that's what we would do here?
Sounds legit.
Whatever you want to do.
God, I don't.
Probably. That sounds in character for him.
Where do you think you're going? Or we can. I mean, it's. You guys know it's healthy, so a magic missile isn't going to take it down or anything like that. He could try. What's this range on Pit? Actually, he's got a couple of pits, so we can maybe look at both. But range on Pit is 100 feet plus. Oh yeah, he can totally do this. So that's 115 feet. So it's 100 feet plus 10 feet per level. Yeah, he can totally do it. He's gonna put a pit underneath it, or at least try to. So as long as the spell is configured, which I think it is. The creature saves. Bummer. Okay, he tried. This creature is pretty badly wounded, and it is going to try to full withdrawal, which is going to provoke from Nimitap and Raz. It has mobility, so even if you hit, you might not have hit, but go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Should be if it's doing withdrawal. It should be able to only provoke from Nematap.
Well, it goes through 2 squares of Raz's provoking.
Oh, okay. It has to go
Yeah.
sideways like that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, in that case it does then. So in that case, he might as well just do a normal double move, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. it's just full round either way. I guess he technically isn't getting flanked for the by doing a full withdrawal. So actually, that is
Right,
pretty
no
good.
flank on that.
Yeah.
But let's see. So let me check his AC really quick. So, what mobility is +4, right? So
Yes.
+4 dodge.
Raz misses, Nimitep hits. He didn't make it, guys. Tried.
Bob.
It's okay. I will remember him.
That's good. Teti still has her produce flame, and let's see. This one is still up. It looks like. So she's gonna send it to that one. Teti also is displaying no care for diplomacy. Like now that we're here, she's like, "Let's get it. Let's get the architect back."
The amount of time it took us is displaying itself having a
sh-
penalty, and that's
she
her
automatically
being
missed.
impatient now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
No!
Was unable
It's
to
a
hurl a ball
disaster.
of fire. All right, Raz.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around and attack this one.
Oh no! He's gonna die.
Gonna full round it. Well, we'll see if it dies. If it drops, I might not continue the attack.
You hit.
Nice.
Man, I'm
Two.
getting so many
Jeez.
bonuses to hit.
Drop.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Let's just see how much it drops.
This is just barbarian for you.
Oh, it didn't. Or did you? Oh. Oh.
Look at
I
that.
gotta hit a
Ooh.
1
Oh.
to miss.
He's surviving. Oh shit!
Look at that. He's such a beast.
All right, that's my
What a
turn.
lucky bastard.
Dang.
What a beast.
Alright, Leah.
Dang, that kind of complicates my turn a little bit.
Oh no.
Hey, you can
You
hold
had
till after my
plans,
turn.
huh?
I'm gonna shoot it.
I'll do that. I'm gonna hold till after Nero's turn.
Okay.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah,
I
I'll
actually hit it.
take him down. I want to stop the other guy from getting away. I believe in Nero's unwavering accuracy.
My very wavering accuracy. Got it. I'm gonna do the same thing as last turn. I'm going to
As
gather
Water
power
Blast is
for
wavering
my
around
move
past me,
action, and then empower.
flowing around in like a big winding.
Aw.
Wait, yeah, no, not good.
Yeah, you kind of almost. You need to almost get in melee to actually be as effective. Okay, no, I'm gonna take my turn now.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, no, I'll wait till after Nematep. There's no reason to take it
Uh,
now.
okay.
Nematep might be
Yeah,
able to take it
Nematep can get in
down
the
or do
way.
something.
Maybe.
Which one are we looking at?
Well, there's the one above Raz is still up, and then there's one that's running away. So those are the only two we have to deal with at the moment. I was gonna go try to stop the one that's getting away, but in order to get to him, I mean, this guy's kind of in my way. Might not matter. I have another way I
Do
can
we
deal with
want to
it.
stop him from getting away?
I mean, he's running away
Probably.
and screaming and yelling for his allies, so he's going to get reinforcements. They'll probably come anyway, but
Okay, I'll charge him, I guess.
because I told Nero to like I was yelling,
That's a
somebody get
pit
this
right
guy out of
there,
the way, and
Nematep.
all. Yeah,
Okay,
just got really good reflex. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you'll just be ending your turn at the edge of it. That's all.
Yep.
actually, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, reflex is good.
And it's a reflex with a +2, so
Okay, whatever. I'll do it.
what's the worst that happen? You fall into the pit, and oh yeah, he can't dismiss it because he doesn't have fleeting spell.
Right.
Ha
That's
ha
okay. I
ha.
have a climb speed.
So it's
Yeah.
gonna attack you as you provoke through its threatened.
Sure.
Um, with the stinger.
Oh, wait. I've never done this
-2 for
before.
charging though.
I have to put the charge thing on me.
Yep. Offset part of the dodge from charging, I guess, or
Where
from mobility. I mean.
is that under modifiers?
Effects, and it's alphabetical. You should find it.
Yeah, there is one in effect.
Ah, okay, got it. Done.
We miss.
Okay. Okay. Poke.
Ow.
Dow.
He's not really hurt at all, is he?
No.
Okay.
No. That's why I wanted you to take out the guy up here so I could go shadow trap him, but I
You
guess
mean
I'll
one beside
just
Ross?
yes, because he's still up. The one above Raz is still up. He's just at like no health. So I guess what I can do instead though is I can use the reach meta magic rod and cast it as a medium range spell, and then it has a range of like 100 feet, and he's only 110 feet away from me. So it's 100 plus like 10 per caster level or something. I have like a 200-foot range really with it. But I have to use the reach meta magic rod, so I'll do that. I'll use the reach meta magic rod as a full round action, cast a longer ranged version of Shadow Trap, and hope that I can. Oh yeah, Nematep needs to make a save versus that pit. Forgot about that. So I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
attempt to
Nematep.
entangle him with a shadow trap.
Save from the pit of doom. DC 22. You
Of course he made it.
save.
No,
No,
that
that
was
wasn't. Oh, that wasn't Nematep.
that was the
Oh.
Scorpion Man. Because apparently, like, they make all their saves against my spells, like every time.
They've been
Always
rolling
roll
It's
above
actually one of
20.
their special abilities.
above 12
Layla can't affect them with
on
spells.
all of their saves.
They actually roll D10 plus 10 instead of a D20 for all their saves.
Nimitep, you want to roll a reflex, please? Or I can force it, I guess.
I think Star Fox went AFK, so you might have to
Oh.
force it.
Which
He gets a +2
curve?
to the save, though.
Okay, well, we'll just roll it and then add 2. He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay, is that your turn, Layla?
Yeah, that was a full round action, so
Okay. So...
I guess I could do a quicken spell, but I'm not gonna.
This fellow is going to try to full withdraw. And that's going to provoke from Raz.
Oh boy. Alright, I'll take a swing.
That'll hit.
Bop.
Yeah,
Well, he's dying now.
he's not getting away.
Okay, something happens.
Oh no.
Perhaps you guys were focused on your fight. But you start to see some individuals joining in on the fight. So to say, coming from the tree area. Let me. This guy's gonna double move. Also coming from the tree area.
Oh no, it's the
Oh, I
alphabet.
never filled out this spell.
They can't be stealthy.
Time to work on it.
So they're not even bothering. They're just on their way. Perhaps there's more, you don't know yet. But these individuals seem to have bows, and they're wearing golden masks, wearing the typical culty looking garments.
Yep, time to kill him.
This fellow is going to continue to full withdrawal. So that's going to provoke from Nimitep. No, it's not. It's not going to provoke from you at all.
Nope.
Okay. Hasta la vista. Wizpops is going to show up any moment now. How long has it been? Shit. That's a long call.
It's just about 2 hours.
Right. Well, he said it. If he was lucky, it would take that. He could just miss the entire session.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Should mark that we used the pit. He's going to oh. his mage armor would have been used. Should mark that. What's cause fear's range? Not very far. I think I'm gonna have him vanish. And I think that's gonna have a duration. Oh, he made a thing. Excellent. Oh, he doesn't have it set to self, and it's a self only, so I'll just set the self. There we go. Okay, so Whizpops goes invisible, and he's flying up in the air, but he doesn't want to get hit by bows and stuff. And maybe he can cause fear them when they get closer or something like that. Okay, more show up. It seems like going through the sand is slowing them down a bit. And more show up. And these ones have like javelins and long spears.
It's turning into one of these fights again. We're really good at just walking right into these every time. Hey guys, let's just walk into their entire base and just aggro everything.
I don't know what to tell you. This one's unconscious. Oh. Okay. He's a. Now. Oh. Guess what?
Right, that's the problem. Like, maybe Layla is thinking, like, maybe I need to start talking these guys out of trying to diplomacy all the time. It never works. We literally always just fight the entire, like, everything all at once.
Okay.
Yeah, but then we kill them and we're good.
No, we don't.
No,
What? Have we been playing in the same game? We run.
Okay, the times I'm there, we tend to kill them and we're good.
Oh, okay.
When I'm not there, I come back and go, well, we've hit there twice now, but we still haven't finished it off.
Let's see. Does she have a target for her produce flame? No. But she still has charges of it. She's going to fly. What was her fly speed? 64. Okay, so she's gonna fly forward up here. I don't think there's really.
You guys ever notice when you lose something, you never find it, but you always find something else that you weren't looking for that you had lost?
Right.
God damn it.
It's usually something that you lost and you couldn't find, but you found something else in the process, and then you forgot about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Produce flames range
Yeah,
is going to
whatever.
be based on what?
Oh, there's what I was looking for. Okay, I got it.
120 feet is what it says. Okay. She can hit one of these with her produce flame, so she's going to attempt to do that.
They are in fireball formation, that's true.
She doesn't have a fireball, but Whizpops has a fireball and an empowered one, I think, or something like that. Let's see here. She will. What does the other function of produce flame do? Let me check. Alternatively, you can hurl flames up to 120 feet, thrown weapons. When doing so, you attack. Okay, we already know that.
You can do a
Oh,
melee
it's a
version
melee
too.
touch. That's what it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the cultists are in a fireball formation.
I was trying to figure out how many uses I have of this because I take off time when I use it, right?
Yeah.
You take off a
It's
minute of the
usually-
duration. And typically the duration is like a
used it
minute per
twice
level.
already. Okay.
Effectively, if you're using them all like within
I think
a
she
standard,
has-
like if you're just using them every round, you tend to get one produce flame attack per caster level.
Yeah,
and you're
she's only
probably gonna have
using
enough
one
duration to get them
left.
all off. Maybe you don't get the last one off if you get
Ah, she
delayed.
hit. Okay, and it's wounded. And now she no longer has her flame. Her hands are no longer glowing. Flamey glue. Okay,
Darn.
Raz.
That's a spell that would be really cool on, like, really good on Magus, actually.
All right. Let's see. All these scorpion things are down. So now I just see all the cultists.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, you can see them. They're obviously there.
All right. We're gonna keep raging, and we're gonna start jumping. I'm gonna jump 30 feet over here with one move, and then I'm gonna jump again. I'm gonna jump another 30 feet over here as I threateningly hop towards them.
Boing, boing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Nero. Getting the golem to maneuver while in combat is too much of a tedious process. Meaning you would have to roll on a chart. Um, so if you want to do that, you can. Other than that, now you know.
Well,
That makes sense
Nero
just to
is
get out at
going.
this point.
Eh, except, how fast does the golem move?
You don't know in a combat situation. You know that it moves slower than you guys. But you're not sure like how effective it's gonna be because again, you might not even get it to move at all. You guys are still like really bad at the gears. The gears don't always like function, and that's kind of why it
Mhm.
seems to be slower. Is because you're always like trying to get the gears to work and stuff. So it's not like it's a perfect working machine.
Right. Here's my concern. I get out of this golem, I'm moving 10 to 20 feet around.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, that's fair. You don't
try.
have any
You
way to
can
deal with
choose
difficult
to
terrain.
try.
So yeah, he's definitely going to at least give it a try.
Okay, roll a d8.
So first things first, take a move action to close that hatch.
Yeah, that too. And then let me get my chart out. What was a 7? What happens?
This thing is so stupid. I fucking hate this mech.
They wanted it. They got it.
uh...
You're gonna love it.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it in combat, at least. Like, this thing's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so useless.
I mean, I feel good with it.
You're not going to here soon. Let's see what happens with
Oh, I'm
your
sure.
D8 roll.
Where's the chart? Whatever. I'll just pull it up on the website.
I can find it on Archives of Nutties.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Wait, where's the chart? Oh, this is the monster. I need to find the...
Okay,
There it is.
so you
Wondrous
try to
item.
get it to move forward, but it doesn't. Instead, it opens its eyes with continual flames inside. Or actually closes its eyes, because perhaps its eyes were already open. So now it closes
You,
its
you
eyes.
Turn
just
on the
make it blink.
headlights.
Yeah, you just make it blink.
You just made it
It looks
blink.
confused,
And
yet
yeah.
somewhat
Yeah,
aroused.
I guess that is. It's the headlights. Yeah.
I just flashed my headlights. It's saying, turn back.
Turn back. And so perhaps Nero's confused. You're like, damn it.
Bloody hell, it worked last time. Let's try this lever over here. Maybe. Crap.
I think that was a standard action to use it, so move standard, you're done.
It's a move action, but he used another move action to close
Oh.
the gate.
That's
yeah,
fair.
so that was
Okay.
my standard.
Okay, alright. Maybe next round. Nimit.
Yeah, this thing is like also only gonna move like 10 feet, even if you get it moving.
It's slow.
Hey, there's a Durium.
Yay! I no longer
Hey,
have
it's
to make
Zerdurium.
decisions.
What
He
what
does
are these
exist.
little long
The alphabet?
We're
things
being
here?
attacked by soup.
The what things?
Oh, those are just
this
rocks.
is like it's like a fence.
It's a henge.
Henge fence, so to say.
The second greatest henge of all.
I think they're very tall, honestly.
I will
So yeah,
double
sorry
move
I'm
over
late.
to Raz.
Okay.
Darian Star Fox has been playing Stellaris apparently.
How fitting for Star Fox
Yeah.
to play a space game.
I mean, yeah, that's fair too.
We should get a big game going sometime, but
Layla?
yeah, by the way, not to tangent too much, I think I set a record to get code out from my development to the production environment in 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a record.
Like, I really
A
want to play
record,
Wiz
like a
Pops,
company
goddammit!
record.
I
Yeah.
know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was very careful with my changes and tested it and all that. But I was like, okay, I want to get this done so I can play Wiz Pops. Come on. Anyways, yeah, I'm connecting, but yeah, you can continue with your rounds.
All right, I'm going to. Maybe I don't actually want to move. Hold up. Where was I at again? I was right back here. Okay, so I can see these doofuses all the way over there, and they're really far away. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at actually. Do I want to actually? Sorry, I'm second guessing myself
That's
here.
fine.
I want to cast a full round action spell, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up into 2 rounds with 2 standard actions, actually. So I'm going to move up and begin casting a full round action spell.
Okay.
You have to say what the spell is now.
It's silence.
Okay, I assumed that's what it was, but
I guess I could have been like, you need to roll a spellcraft, or I'm not going to tell you.
well, I'm just saying, like, do you need to tell the GM? Because otherwise, you could metagame it and change your full round spell to be a different full round spell.
I suppose.
Theoretically, that's all.
Yeah.
Not that we would do that.
I think I
obviously.
only have one full
Well,
round
you
cast
thought
spell
of it,
anyway.
so I might think you might do something like that. Anyways,
Well, I would make sure to say the spell so you know I wasn't.
people who talk tend to be
doing
the
that.
most guilty of. Just saying.
Yeah, is that some projection I'm hearing, Zodarium?
I mean, I've never done it before.
Mm,
I
I'm
don't think
watching
I've ever
you.
done anything intentionally against rules or anything like that in a game ever.
yeah. I think sometimes
Yeah.
some of us felt that with Mantis because he was like, I happen to know that language, and it's like very obscure, and you're like, really?
Yeah, some of that was like surprising.
But he does take obscure
But
languages,
whatever.
so it's like I believe him,
Well,
but
yeah,
it's
he
like
had-
it's weird.
He was putting a rank in linguistics every level, so he started running out of languages to pick. So that's why he ended up getting like Garuda.
Right. He had
Okay,
Sphinx one
so-
time. We just happened to need it.
What's going on?
Does somebody want to tell him? Or I can
We're
tell
in
him?
combat right now, so we came up to the Sphinx where these cultists are supposedly hiding, and we hadn't seen them until just now. But we did fight these scorpion people. They look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson as the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Famous adventurer that Raztek's never heard of, apparently.
Truth.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of that, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, everybody's
Pops
heard of
knows
him.
all.
And we tried to do our normal thing where we go up and try to negotiate with them, but of course it went about how you would expect that to go. with every single time we've ever tried to do it. So now we're fighting like all of them at once.
Okay, this is like the big battle though, right? Like the big battle that we've been
No.
preparing for.
Well,
No,
no, I
this
don't
is
think so.
the entry battle.
This is the
Yeah, there's
we
more
tried to
inside the Sphinx,
diplomacy,
probably.
To the place.
and now like
Okay.
This is the
Groups
camp
are being
outside the
alerted.
Sphinx that we have to go into. So there's
Yeah.
like people flooding in. So we're probably it's possible that the whole fucking complex, everything empties out and comes and fights us, just like always seems to happen.
Right.
But
That's what I was kind of thinking. But okay.
but yeah, there's a whole bunch of these letters down here. A bunch of people that were over near the trees or whatever. I think they were probably behind it. Maybe at the camps, like the tents that
Are we
below it there.
doing golem things? I don't see golems.
Yeah, Nero's
there's
in
no
the
golem.
golem.
It
It's,
turns
golem
out
right
not
now.
to be great.
it turns out it's even
Okay.
more useless than I thought it was. And that's
Okay.
saying a lot, because I already
As
thought
long
it
as you
was
didn't put whiz
basically
pops
the
in it.
most... No. Wiz Pops
Okay,
is
cool.
invisible and flying right now. And he used like 2 fireballs, but you
Yeah, well,
shit.
you
I
have
was gonna say,
vanish
yeah,
on
I see
you.
some low-level spells used, but nothing too
Yeah,
crazy.
you used 2 fireballs and a vanish.
I've been conservative because
Yep, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
he's
Anyway,
Now I
yeah.
bitching
get to
about why you
decide when
don't
the
have
big
a
guns come in.
crossbow or a cantrip for me to just fire.
So now we
Oh,
gotta
what?
watch
No, no way.
Forgotten
Yeah.
Use the
Pharaoh
low level.
do
Use the
things.
level 1, 2, and 3 spells. I have so many
You know
spell
what?
slots.
Next time
Just
you're
use 'em.
gone, you're
Blind
gonna come
something.
back, and I'm gonna blow all your good spells, and they're gonna have failed on everything.
Oh, he
and,
did
and
use-
then we're gonna see how you react.
You did
I don't
use
know.
a
I have a
create
10
pit.
int mod, so yeah, it's still low level. That's second level.
Yeah.
Like
There's
I
a guy
see,
running
2
away.
fireballs and a create pit. I was looking at this, I'm like, wait, why are none of my 4th, 5th, and 6th level spells used? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Which is
we're
fine. I know.
getting
I'm like, oh, I know
This is
Secret
not the
likes
big
to
fight.
conserve the spells.
Right. You guys, you're at
So,
the entry,
okay.
you know, so you don't want to.
I used a level 5
everything,
slot to
right?
do
Or
6
you? It's up to
damage.
you.
That was pretty fun.
Okay.
Brutal.
I
Anyway,
think Pluto was telling you. I
yep,
don't know if you
I
heard,
think
but
I'm
there's a
good.
dude like fleeing over here as well.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not hear that there was one fleeing.
That's what you use
The Scorpion
create
King is
pit
fleeing.
to try to stop. Yeah.
I see.
He's gonna go get his other Scorpion King friends. I did a flyover of this and scouted out and could see that there was about a
Little
dozen of them.
trolls, yeah.
Okay. Yep, I'm ready. I think.
Okay, so this dude's turn. How far are we? We have a longbow. Longbows go 120 feet. Raz is 70 feet. We're gonna fire 2 shots at Raz with an ability that you guys don't know, but I need to go and pull up really quick. To make sure I do it quickly. Okay.
I feel like there's a way you can reduce the. I think there's like a thing that you reduce the range increment penalty to a -1 instead of a -5, or instead of a -2 rather. So then you'd be able to take a 1,000-foot shot with only a -5 penalty. It's pretty good.
Okay, and also you see that the arrow that is being shot at you has flames upon it. Both of them.
No.
That's right, I'm spending your arrows. Let's
Good
go.
thing. Good thing Raztech has
One of them hits.
fire resistance. This guy doesn't know that, but
No, they don't
he's
know.
got natural fire resistance.
So Raz takes some damage and then 8 fire damage.
So he takes 3 fire damage.
Need to do something here. Turn that on. Do that. Okay, and then the next one also has a bow. And is going to fire 2 shots at Raz. Both fire arrows. Only one hit. Raz takes some damage, as well as 5 fire damage. Fleeing scorpion
So
dude.
that one he takes no fire damage.
Probably don't get
He's
to
resist
see
5.
all the details of what's going on here, but it seems like it's peeking into a
Yeah,
tent
whatever.
and blah 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 blahs and
It's
you know
fine.
things
the
are
Scorpion
happening.
King.
Alright, whiz pops.
Okay. What to do? I've already cast Overland Flight today, I believe.
Yeah.
I
So did I.
will cast. I haven't cast haste on the party. Oh, we're really split up, but I could probably fly. I can fly 40 feet. Hmm. Yeah, I'll fly 40 feet forward towards the party, hoping to haste them at some point. Are Raz and Nimitep, are they like stealthy right now, or what's that
Nope.
situation? They're just
Nope.
like in front of all these things that are behind us.
Well, the stuff.
Yeah.
The Scorpions
no
are
stealth
down.
involved.
They kind of just now
Okay,
showed
but
up,
it's
and
just
you guys are
these
just now reacting to them.
There's a bunch of dudes here.
Gertiblu things. Okay.
Yeah. The Scorpion King
I
guys
might
are all
just
dead.
fireball the far guys,
dying.
because
There
fireball
you
has
go.
a long range.
There you go.
We thought you might do that. They are in fireball formation.
They are. So I won't draw the circle because they're easily in like a 15-foot circle around the middle guy. And I will target them with the fireball. And should I I could use an intensified fireball. That's only at 1 extra d6. It might not be worth it. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Let's YOLO whiz
YOLO!
pops.
I
Bhutan.
mean, you have it prepared. You might as well use it,
Yeah.
right?
And that's a lot of them. I mean, you're not going to hit that many people.
Fail,
that
fail,
often.
fail, 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 fail. Yay! Whiz pops is so good.
Alright, do that too.
And 11d6.
Oh.
Heavy, 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 heavy,
Heavy.
heavy, heavy. It rolls pretty good.
Yeah.
Average is 38.5, so I'm above average. Cool. That's Whiz Pops' turn.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good fireball. I was hoping for dead, 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 but you know.
Yeah, maximized fireball maybe.
Okay, this
Maximize
one
is
is
fun.
going to fire 2 arrows at Raz.
Strange Aeons, I got a maximized shocking grasp crit on someone.
Both misses. Also, those were just regular arrows since I didn't say anything specific. Okay, and then let me do that. Okay. Z's. What did the Z's do? The Z's are going to no, that's not what they're gonna do at all. There we go. Okay.
They scatter because they just took 41 damage from a fireball. Ah! Maybe not.
I love how like the people who write this sometimes forget how mechanics work. They're like, everywhere is difficult terrain. At the start of the battle, they charge. Do you not know how your rules work? They cannot, as far as I'm aware. I'm just double checking all of that, but yep, that seems to be the case. Okay, they cannot charge. This guy seems to move. Let me zoom in here. We're gonna move. here. Actually, we're gonna double move here. And when he gets there, you can see that he just starts to bulge a bit as if he's raging and getting angry. But also, while he moved, he was pulling out a warhammer.
Uh-oh, fireball make him angry.
Fireball make him angry. Okay, unconscious. This one is going to pull out a long spear. And he looks rather angry as well.
A reach weapon. Oh no.
And this one is going to they're all double. Is also going no, you know what, we're gonna go here. This one's gonna pull out a javelin. And he also looks angry. Tetty gets to cast a new spell if she wants. Let's see. She's gonna take a look at these individuals and she sees that they're wearing breastplates. So she's gonna fly closer. Is she close enough now? No, she's not close enough. She is going to ready an action to cast a spell if one of them gets closer. Other than that, she will cast a spell when it's her turn again. Res.
Alright, so I'm going to jump up to 30 feet, as long as I roll well enough, and continue my rage. I did. So I go 30 feet, and I get to quickly stow my current weapon and pull out my... I'm going to pull out the two-handed long spear.
A long spear of your own. Yeah.
Yep.
So still has the.
And I'm going to attack this dude.
This is his
The
last
shock
day
on
of
it,
shock
right?
property.
The
Yeah.
last day.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. I gotta go make sure it has that damage on it. Before I do that, I gotta
Does that
activate my buffs.
amplify against
This is the
metal
200 power
armor
attack.
at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
Be cool if it was like shocking grass. +3 to hit.
Yeah, something. It makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Just kind of like how acid eats away
Okay.
at the thing it touches.
So yeah, it looks like I got the electricity in it still, and I make an attack.
Okay. You hit.
Alright, that's my turn.
It
Okay.
has lightning resist somehow. It looks like. Or something. Maybe he just has barbarian DR like you have, actually.
Maybe.
That could be it too. Probably not as much because he doesn't have your archetype, but I guess like even just normal barbarians still get a limited amount.
Alright,
Alright,
where are we?
Nero.
Nero.
He's gonna either get out of the mech and slowly move forward, I guess, or slowly move forward with the mech. Maybe.
Try to move the mech one more time.
You get 2
Same
attempts.
thing.
So a D8.
A 1.
Oh.
God damn, this thing is so stupid.
It goes to
He
start
opens
to
the
like,
porthole.
yeah, it starts to uncover the porthole.
You opened the porthole at least. That's actually probably
So
the
I
most
did-
useful
I-
thing you could have done.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, I don't know what
Wait, no, that's a
forward
porthole, though.
portholes or side portholes are. What are those?
No, these are just the portholes that you can use to get air into it.
Gotcha. So you close the portholes.
You
so you
can-
no longer
You
get
can
air
close
in
all
the
the
front.
portholes. If you close all the portholes, you can actually walk underwater with these things.
Ah, that would make sense. Yes.
Yeah. It has enough air for 1d4 for one creature for 1d4 plus 1 hours.
You blink some more, and then yeah, you start to close the portholes.
Bugger all! Son of... I wish I
Yeah.
could bloody fly like those stupid wizards.
Stupid wizards.
I hate this stupid mech.
Nimita.
Okay. The one in front of Raz is still there. They're all heavily wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all took a
They're
fireball.
slightly burnt, but yeah. Their hair is a little charred. Might smell weird.
And these zealots, they have long spears.
No. One has a warhammer, one has a long spear, and one has a javelin.
I have the
And the ones
spear.
Right. Raztech also has a long spear. And then the ones in the back have bows.
Okay, so the one to the right of Raz,
I have numbers.
Number 2?
2? Okay.
which weapon does 2 have?
That's the long spear.
Okay, I will wander over in his direction then.
Okay.
And that should provoke.
Do you want to charge or?
Nope. Is he taking AOO or is he already done?
What? I don't see you made your movement. Where are you going?
Yeah, I don't see a movement either.
Really? Okay, just a second. Let me know what's going on then.
The desync.
Woo!
Okay, do you see
There's
anything
the move.
now?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna stab at you when you go through. Let me get his sheet. He pulled out his weapon, so he hasn't done anything special. So we're just gonna roll. He misses.
Okay.
Alright, you hit.
I take the spear from him.
Oh, you disarmed him.
Ooh.
Bitch. Let me double check and make sure he doesn't have any special, like, disarming.
Sure.
Okay. Yep.
He has a
you,
locked gauntlet.
You take it from him.
2 lock gauntlets. He never lets that spear go.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Okay, and that's it for me.
Well, damn it. That was my weapon focus, you jerk. Okay, Layla?
that's
I
pretty
finished
sneaky.
casting silence.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So that I'm gonna do it at a point, and it's gonna be that point right there. So that circle, everything within that circle is silent. And then I'm gonna fly forward and up a bit, probably up at the level where Tetisura is, honestly.
Oh, let me approve that movement. Okay. All right. It is all quiet right there. Nobody knows that yet, except for Layla and them, I suppose.
Wizpops probably knows because he probably identified the
Spellcraft.
spell as I was casting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably auto
Oh
succeeds
yeah.
on that.
Let me just roll that spellcraft real quick. No problem. 33.
No problem.
I love
Yeah,
Wiz Pops.
DC
He's the
was
greatest
17,
person.
so I'm pretty sure.
That's silly.
Okay.
There's ways to up the DC on your spellcraft check, like metamagic feats and
Yeah.
stuff
You
like
can
that.
also hide disguise spells, I think, as well.
Yeah, there's feats that do that.
Just
You
use
want
quicken
to make.
spell. Problem solved.
This fellow.
I'm pretty sure you can identify quicken spells, but
Oh, can you?
you
I
can't
didn't
do
think you
anything
could.
with it.
Okay.
You can't do anything with it, but I'm pretty sure you can at least identify it.
Let me pull this back up here. Okay. This fellow drop. God damn it! Wait. Let me double check. On the next blah blah blah.
He yells out to his comrades, "Retreat!" but nobody hears him.
No, he doesn't drop the longbow. He's going to fire 2 more shots at Raz.
How dare he?
Perhaps he doesn't really notice that he can't hear yet. Maybe that's starting to like come across his mind.
Yeah, it might not. He might not even matter to him. I was originally doing it because I wasn't sure. We fought other cultists that were casting like shield and
Right.
things like that, so
This is true.
I wanted to prevent that.
1 hits Raz. And these are just regular arrows.
It does nothing. I don't
Yep,
know.
it does nothing.
It hits him and just does like a little plink and bounces off.
Okay, so this guy witnessed that, so he's
Now
gonna send an arrow over at Nimitep. 2 arrows, actually. In fact, we're gonna make these
They're like,
fire
he's
arrows.
invincible.
So 2 fire arrows at Nimitep.
Does Nimitep get cover from Pharaoh 1?
I mean that would be like partial cover if anything.
Up to you.
You miss.
Doesn't matter.
And
Our front line's pretty beefy.
This guy. Oh, who
Yeah.
knows what's going on over here, guys? Don't pay no attention to what's
I'm sure.
going on over here.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Not done. I'm trying to pull up my map here so I can pull up this. And then grab. Oh. Oh. Okay. Where are we? Wizpops. Where are you right now? You're
Yay.
here? There you are. Okay.
I don't know. I probably should have been figuring out what I was gonna do. I have one more fireball. I'm just saying. There is another fireball. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we don't need it. How
Could just
far can
magic
I
missile
fly?
something down.
I can fly up to
40
you
feet.
guys.
Or double move for 80.
So I'll definitely move up here next to Layla. I'm visible now because I fireballed last round.
Even if you weren't, I know where you're at anyway. Because I cast status on you, so I just
Oh, okay.
telepathically. I telepathically always know where you are in relation to me.
That's super convenient.
I'm aware of direction and distance to creatures and any conditions affecting them.
Yeah, I don't really have good AoE spells other than fireball. Yeah, let's use it. Whatever. You only whiz pops once. That 20-foot silence circle looks pretty good to me. I don't know if I want to try and like maneuver it to get
You might
number
move it up
two. Like I
just a
could
little
try and move it
more.
up to
Oh
get
yeah,
number
move it.
two.
Yeah,
It
move
just
it up
seems hard.
diagonally by. Here,
Up and right
I'll
one.
show you. I'll show you.
I just hate
Oops,
drawing in this
you
thing.
just move it.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that circle.
I think
Great.
even this avoid. Well, I guess it doesn't. This doesn't hit the archer over there, so I guess either way you're.
The archer. This circle's perfect. It hits the Z.
I'm talking at Z3 over
Oh,
there.
that one doesn't, but where it was before did, right? Oh,
Where
do
it
you have to put it
started.
on a cross? You can't put it
Yeah,
in a square. Is that the
Mhm.
problem?
yeah. Does
Okay.
this miss
Correct.
Raz or is that? That misses Raz actually. So if you do that, that just barely
That barely misses
only.
Raz.
That barely misses Raz and
Raz
hits
would
everybody
tell you
else.
it's
Just
Okay.
right
okay
at
to
the
hit him
edge.
anyways. Like he said that before.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
Probably.
not
afraid of
gonna
fire.
hit him with. I'm not gonna hit him with a 10d6 fireball.
Show him that, because he seems to be okay with
Show him
it.
who's
Okay, I'm
boss.
casting.
Giving him an example of what it feels like.
Oh no, one saved.
Oh no!
How dare
Alright,
he?
Yep, what a
10d6.
failure.
Disabled, disabled, dying, dying.
Wiz Pops, we can't rely on you for anything if one of them
Nothing,
saves.
nothing. I know. I'm useless.
They would. Fair. Zealot 2 shouts out in pain. Everyone else maybe does, but we can't hear it.
Mm.
That's true. So yeah, I'm out of
Oh.
fireballs now. I had 4 prepared.
So
That's fine.
I have some stuff to do. Let me get that prepared.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's gonna cause a chain reaction, so to say.
That's fine. We do that like every fucking time. We just walk right into aggroing the whole fucking map like every single time. So
Can I?
that's why I don't even really try to stop it because even when I do, it doesn't matter. They just do it anyway.
Wait. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, they do. Okay. Oh. It was 5 feet and 10 feet, right? Of each of them. Okay, so what number is this? Number one. Explode. He explodes. And is number 3 alive?
Yeah, I think so. Dot's really tiny, but
Their names are so long that like I don't see their numbers on the combat tracker. As easily.
Yeah, I had to make that wider.
Yeah. Okay, so number 3 looks like it is still alive. So this guy's explosion is going to
What happened to number
force
2?
number 3 to reflect.
Two's still up.
Wait, do we reflex first? Let me double check. Reflex, then fortitude. Okay, so reflex. He fails, so he's gonna pretty much go unconscious. But he's going to. They can choose to do this. Just before he starts to die, he chooses to explode as well. So he's gonna explode, and then is number 2 up? Is this one?
Yeah,
He is. He's
There's a
gonna.
lot.
He's
Number
disabled.
2 and 3.
he's at 0 health.
Number 1 is disabled,
This is just for
and
the
warded number 2 is
blinded.
disabled.
Two's
Yeah,
just
this is the
heavy.
blinded.
Right now,
He's
look
gonna
at Zealot.
choose to explode as
You're
well.
you're looking
So
at the
all
wrong
3 of those
group.
explode. So let me just take the ones that are exploding off the combat chart. So we're looking at the warden. So warden, this guy's gone. And this warden is gone. He exploded. And this warden is gone. He exploded. Okay, now we are at Zealot. Zealot, this guy exploded. Raz and Nimitep, roll fortitude saves.
I think it's pronounced Zealot.
Zia.
Fortitude saves.
No, it's pronounced Zealot.
No, it's
Zealot?
Zealot. Yeah.
Is it Zealot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
Raz, you are
Did you play StarCraft?
blinded for 1 round.
My life for ire.
You require additional pylons.
As that one explodes.
Not
in your
enough
face.
minerals.
We require more Vespine gas.
This one is still alive. And is going to. We're gonna. Dude, you took my spear. Let's see if he has quick draw. Nope. No quick draw.
He could attempt to fight a monk in unarmed combat. I'm sure that'll go great for him.
He has other weapons. He's going to pull out, not quick draw, pull out a warhammer and smash at Nimitep with a power attack. So let me
Okay.
Only
grab
one attack though.
that.
Yep.
It's his last chance to get promoted.
He's like, stop. Hammer time. Nah, nah,
No,
nah,
no,
nah,
no,
nah,
no,
nah.
no, no.
Wait,
Okay.
they need that song in Twitch things. Not to go on that tangent, but
They
yeah,
have
anyways.
it. They have an MC Hammer song. It's either "Don't touch this," "Can't touch this,"
I didn't think they had that.
Or
They might have a different one then.
it's one of the 2 famous.
Or I just don't know.
Because people
They do have Super Freak on
some
there though.
people put on the pants and when they do it. The pants, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I know what
The
you mean.
hammer pants.
hammer pants. What is this, Nimitep? Oh, the StarCraft thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love
Uh,
these.
this fellow now. Did I swing at you? I did. I missed. Yeah, that's. You know what? He's gonna choose to explode and die. Nimitep, roll a reflex.
I'm taking blind fighting next level.
What is this guy's character level? Okay. You will take 9 fire damage from the explosion.
9.
Nimitep does, yeah.
And that's a
Okay.
fortitude save, not a reflex save.
No, that was a reflex.
Oh, okay, just like I rolled a fortitude.
Well, let's just take that 3, and what's your reflexes bonus?
Okay, so that means I got 21.
21. What was it? Um, yeah, you save. So you don't take
Okay.
that damage. So how it works is those who are 5 feet from it take explosion damage, and those 10 feet from it, as well as 5 feet from it, can get blinded from it for a round.
Okay.
Reflex then a fortitude.
So now I have to
Oh,
make a fortitude.
yes, you do. And I accidentally skipped Teti, so I also need to do her turn. You are blinded for a round. Now, Raz, you are blinded for this round right now, too. Let me just throw that on you.
Okay, I put away my long spear and I pull out my buckler. And with a standard action, I take a total defense, and that's my turn.
Okay, I'm
And I
still gonna
will
do
keep my
Teti's turn,
rage
so I'm
going.
gonna still do that. Her ready to action didn't go off. She's concerned about what's going on over there, so she's gonna fly up higher and start flying over here to start trying to scout what was happening with the retreating fellow and Nero.
Bloody son of a... Ah, bugger this! He pops open the hatch and gets out. So that's his turn.
Poor Nero.
See, at
At
times
least
like
you didn't have to
this,
pull a lever to open the hatch.
I wish that I had gotten the pyrokineticist, even though it wouldn't have worked on some things. Because he has
Uh,
the jet ability and he can just launch himself.
oh. Yeah.
Oh man, you could play as. Oh
Um,
yeah, that's sweet.
lightning kineticists
Fantastic Four guy.
can do cannon kind of things. Yeah.
Okay, I need to play Kineticist. Next
Nice.
game,
I told
Kineticist.
you, like, if you would,
I have, in another game I
the
was
amount of
playing, I
damage
had
you
a
like to
goblin
do.
pyrokineticist.
Just
Well, the great thing
remember
is you
that
just go all in
you don't
on
have a
con.
variety of things to do. You're just limited to things.
Yeah.
You just do it really well. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, blinded Nimitep. What would you like to do? Also, all those explosions that happened in that circle, none of you guys heard them, so maybe that's weird to some of you.
Yeah, not to
Okay.
me.
Being blinded, yeah, okay. I
Just
will
take the turn off.
I will pass. Because even attacking defensively does nothing for me, so
Okay,
yeah.
Nimitep readies or waits.
If he had
Oops,
blind fight, it
Layla?
would. Versus melee attacks, at least.
Yes. Blind fighting. The next feat I'm going to take.
Yeah. uh. Well then. I think the scorpions will be coming over here soon, but in the meantime, I guess I will fly in a little bit closer and cast a barbed chains at this guy and just hit him with 3 barbed chains. Make sure these numbers are right. Yeah, they're good. Use my base attack bonus with but my charisma instead of strength, so that number is good. So here goes. I'm gonna do 3 attacks on this guy. Some barbed chains.
Okay. Oh, he's dying.
Just for fun,
Yay.
I'm also gonna put that on him.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
That's
he
my
didn't
turn.
explode. He's still there. Okay, that's your turn, and this guy is unconscious. And this fellow. Oh. This fellow. Teti also tells you that when she's like trying to go look over there, she's like, it's kind of dark over there. I can't see. It's like it's almost like there's shade, like the sun doesn't shine, even though there's nothing shading the spot.
Wait, what? Where's the shade at? This is relevant to
In
my
the dark
interests.
area by the
Oh,
Sphinx.
wow. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Okay.
This is
Whiz
relevant to
pops.
my interests.
So I guess I can't see Gertiblilu too. Is that correct?
He just moved up, right? Or is he still
I don't know.
shaded?
Do you have low light
Okay,
vision
maybe not.
I
or
think so.
dark
Let me
vision?
check.
Maybe
I definitely
you
don't
can't
have
see him.
dark vision.
Yeah, you
I
would
can
need low
see
light
him,
or dark vision in
Uh,
order to see him.
Low light, low
I guess
light, low light.
And it also has to be
I
within the
probably just,
vision's range.
yeah. I could technically just barely see him because he's like 120 feet away.
Yeah, I
And I
don't
have dark vision
think I have
120
low
feet.
Well, I
light
don't know how well you can see
on
him because this is like
Whiz Pops.
a paw that's kind of, it
Yeah,
might be blocking your view.
maybe.
Yeah,
I am
it
up in the air
is.
Unless
though.
the map
Oh, that is true.
affects
You are
my
wrong. He's not, though.
vision. I don't think the mask gives me any vision changes.
No. No, you don't have dark vision
Okay,
unless you
then
cast
I
a spell or
cannot see.
something.
Yeah, then yeah.
Okay, so if I can't see him, then the only other question I have is where is Zealot of the Forgotten Pharaoh number 2, who appears to be heavy? Is that this guy? That's number 3. Where's number 2? Because I
Where's
think he
number 2?
disappeared.
No, I might not have taken him off the map. I didn't. I didn't take him off the combat tracker. Here you go.
But where's number 2 on the map? Because it says number 2's heavy on the combat tracker,
That's
but I don't
supposed
see
to
him on
be
the
him.
map. Ah, oh, okay. I see.
That wasn't the guy that was there before.
The other one didn't die, and I
Yeah.
applied the damage to the wrong fellow, so this is the correct guy.
That was the guy I just hit with barbed chains, though.
Okay, well,
I
whatever.
think they were
A
both
dude
heavy.
here was not dead, and this is a dude that's here that's not dead. So, and his health is at the correct number. So,
Yeah. So
regardless
Pluto,
of
there
his
were
number,
well,
two
this
alive,
is
just one
the
of them
correct
wasn't
situation.
showing, and you hit the one that is dead now.
Well, the one I hit was shaken. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. I
Right.
guess I'll just
No,
you can put
it's
turn my
shaken
brain
on.
it's
off.
all
I'm
right.
confused.
There we go.
No, it's all fine because there were 2 that were alive, but there was only 1 token on the map.
Right.
That was what the problem was, and
I
so
had
you
removed.
killed or made. Yeah, Pluto had killed one of them.
Okay,
The
well,
other
yeah,
one is this one.
Yeah.
It just they
I
were in the wrong
guess.
position or something.
I'm just
I was
confused because I don't.
because two of them survived my fireball.
It's fine.
Is what
One
I'm
was
saying.
still alive, and one still
So
had 3 HP, and Whiz Pops wants to target
yeah,
him.
it's right.
Regardless of who
Okay,
it was and where he is.
It might not matter.
Yeah.
I'm
It
pretty
might
sure
not
it's
matter,
Probably
I guess.
doesn't matter.
Well, maybe because I don't know where the other one was. Like, I specifically wanted to target the guy right there, but I
Well, they're
think
all
I don't
in
know where
the
the other guy was.
I mean, does
Maybe.
it matter for your spell if they were there like 10 feet to the right?
Okay.
Maybe they might have been out of my range. It was a short range spell. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna ignore it.
It would have been
doesn't matter.
It's
fine.
not a
It would
big
have been
deal.
fine.
Yeah. It
Like
explodes.
it's all within like 60 feet.
And dies. And there are no more.
Yeah, the first
cultists.
missile had killed him. And then I'll fly up over here. Actually, I'm gonna be a little bit closer to Layla because I'm scared. There, I'll go there. And Wiz Pops kind of like claps his hands together like, that, like, all done, took care of business.
Oh, I gotcha. Like the dusting his hands off
Like,
kind of thing.
dust your hands out. Yeah. That's what he does. I did the motion, but you can't see me doing it.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it probably
Really
just
good
sounded like I
radio.
was clapping. Like, yay, clap! I did it, guys. I'm so good.
Off the
Yeah.
combat checker. Except for
with
that.
with
He's
Fox
like,
like
wow.
brushes dirt off his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Pulls like the Luke Skywalker.
Teti
What? Luke Skywalker
continues
never
to
did that in any of the
stare
movies that
into
actually
the
happened.
dark area. And with her
No.
dark vision and her standard action or move action to perception, she says, "Guys, you might be in trouble. There are more."
I doubt it. I doubt it, Naz.
And Raz, you are no longer blinded.
Might be
Yep,
in
but I
trouble.
don't
I'm
see
out of
anything else up,
fireballs.
right?
No, not right now.
All
This
right,
is a
well,
structure,
I think
so
we've
it is
claimed victory here.
blocking all vision. Well, Teti's telling you there's more coming.
There's
Yeah,
more
so
coming.
it's dark over there. She can see more coming,
Yeah,
but
she's
we
in the
can't
air,
see him
she's
because the
looking.
All right, then.
structure is obscuring.
Yeah, there's a structure.
Slash darkness is obscuring.
And darkness, yeah.
You should know better by
I'm
now.
gonna. Then I guess I'm going to continue my rage. I still got quite a few more. I'm gonna
Yeah, I don't know
jump
why she doesn't believe in us.
25 feet over here, and then sheath my sheath the weapon I have out at the moment, which I think was the long spear. No, it was the I put away the long spear and pulled out the battle axe, but I sheath the battle axe and now I pull out my bow, and I'm gonna jump again 30 feet. If only I had more than a 30-foot move speed, I could jump like that 40 I rolled.
Hey, you say that, but Nero's going right after you, and he's gonna probably move 10 feet closer to us. That's gonna be his turn.
20. I'm gonna double move.
Ooh.
Alright,
Oh, fancy.
that's my turn.
Alright,
Maybe I should fly back there and put haste on Nero.
Maybe, or
Or
pick him
fly.
up and carry him with
Actually,
you.
I'll dimension door him up here.
There you go.
That might be the way to do it.
Double move.
Or
Or
I
you
could
could
just
cast
watch
fly
him
on
struggle.
me, and I could shoot people from above.
I don't know the spell fly.
Only overland flight.
That,
I
But you
only
can't-
know
you-
overland flight.
that
And you are
concerns
not
me
a tribe
slightly.
wizard, so you won't be able to put it on your allies. If you were a tribe wizard, you could. But alas, you are not a tribe.
Is that personal? I didn't know that.
Overland flight is personal, yeah.
Okay, I've never even tried to
Okay,
use it on someone else
Nimita?
or thought about it. Hashtag
So
selfish
what-
wizard.
Is left here?
We've heard things are in the darkness on the side of the Sphinx that we can't see.
It's probably more scorpion people.
Teti told us that there are lots more things in the darkness.
Remember
on
I
the other
said
side
there
of
were
the
like a
Sphinx.
dozen of them? That's probably what's over there. It's fine. I don't know what you're gonna do, but my move is gonna go open the front door of the Sphinx and just let everything in there out too.
You might want to add a action in there to scream really loud, so they know.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is a good idea, actually. I
Nimita,
like
you're
fighting them
double
out in
moving?
the open.
That's a double move.
Okay, do you have low
I'll
light
toss
or
the
dark
long
vision?
spear to the ground over there. What's that?
Low light or dark
I have
vision?
low light.
Okay, so you see that this area is shaded, shadowy, like as if it was under something, but like if you look up, nothing's there.
Maybe there's an illusion or
Weird.
something.
And you see
Or a darkness effect.
in there, give me a brief moment to rearrange these lovely
Okay.
lovely things. I don't know why they arranged them the way they did.
So you would say that the lighting conditions over there would classify as low light, right?
Low light. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just curious. These are relevant to my interests.
Mm-hmm. Alright, allow me to reveal.
Hmm.
Oh my god, that's a lot of scorpions.
Yeah, but the scorpions are pretty weak. Just gotta throw a fireball at them, right?
He's only got one
It's like you
left.
pick up a rock and there's all the bugs underneath.
I mean, I have a spontaneous spell I can cast Fireball
That's true,
with.
you do have that.
Yeah.
It's probably not worth it to cast a 3rd level spell.
Alright, so
It could be,
Nematep
though.
double moved, so that's
It's a
your
good
turn unless you
fireball.
got something swiftly.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Layla, you don't see all of that just yet. Maybe just at the glimpse of over here, you might see some scorpions. If you move around the structure a little bit more, all of that will reveal itself to you.
Yeah. I think I want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna move up. Unfortunately, Nero's too far away to get this buff, so better else can get it. I'm going to do Blessing of Fervor on everyone in the party except for Nero because he's like a billion miles away. I think actually I might not be able to get it on Wiz Pops. Let me
Uh-oh.
see. Wiz Pops and Nematep are too far away. But I'm gonna put it on Nematep, myself, Teddy Sura,
Well,
and Raz
Teti's
actually
flying higher
target.
up in the air, so what was the range of that?
How far up in the air is she?
She's like 30 or 40. No,
Okay,
let's
well
just say
she's not getting it
35.
then.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, she was kind of scouting
Rip.
up there.
I don't think you're sorry at all. I'm casting Blessing of Fervor.
Way to call out the GM.
Alright. So 3 of us get it at least.
Okay. You guys got some fervor.
And I guess
Yeah.
I don't actually get an effect for it yet. So alright, cool.
I mean, unless
That's my
you
turn.
fly
Dang,
and
look
you
at all
get
these
higher up in the
scorpions.
air, can you do that? Like, is
There's
there a middle ground
so
you can
many.
I mean, I can, but they still have to be. It's targets that are no more than 30 feet from each
Oh,
other.
from each other. Yeah,
So
that's
It's
okay.
not a sphere
yeah,
around you. It's yeah.
correct. I can just
Yeah.
barely do Nematep and Razdak. They're like exactly 30 feet from each other.
Yeah, I think
So it's actually a
it's better for
2D
them. Yeah.
circle that would have to be angled in order to reach someone who's in the air and on the ground. That's interesting.
Okay. This one doesn't seem to be moving. It seems to be maybe preparing itself for anybody who can see it.
I mean, it's basically a 15-foot radius sphere.
This one also seems to be adjusting itself, getting ready for something, but it doesn't seem to be approaching you guys. This one will start to move forward. And when it gets up in front of all the others, it looks forward at you guys and shouts. And he says, "You are forcing me to execute my orders. Turn back, lest we both lose warriors. Nothing within can be so valuable as to warrant this loss of life." And Whiz Pops.
Hey, that's a pretty reasonable thing to say.
Yeah, but we can't turn back.
So is all the shady area here that all requires low light / dark vision to see? So I can't see it at all?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to fly over here. And I am going to cast haste on as many people as I can.
I
I'll
literally
try
just put
and...
Blessing of Fervor on them, but
Does that do the same thing?
Yeah. Kind
Yes.
of. I mean, they don't.
It does.
Oh.
They
I mean,
don't
it does
stack, but
slightly
they can
different.
stack.
But can't they choose to take the speed from haste and then take another bonus from Blessing of Fervor
No,
instead of the
haste
extra
is a
speed
set
stuff?
of things that you get no matter what, and then fervor is you choose this, or
I guess
this.
technically, yeah, you could
Right, that's what I'm
take the
saying. Is they
haste.
can take the haste and haste and then choose anything else from Blessing of Fervor.
Like, yeah, but you can't get extra.
I don't know what the other
extra
bonuses
attacks.
are that you get.
Yeah, I guess you could just use Blessing of Fervor only for the
But do they-
+2 to attack rolls and AC instead, and reflex. I don't think that stacks to haste though. So
Okay,
you get
fine.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I won't
not
cast
super
it then if
efficient.
you-
Is all I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, if our goal is to have as many rounds of haste as possible, then no, it's not good. I did forget that it was also like haste. Okay, well, I can't see anything. Oh yeah, I'll cast. How long does this last? That lasts minutes per level. Let's not cast that. Let's cast. Let's cast. No, I already did. Damn it! What spells do I have prepared?
You just have the same spells prepared as you had last time.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. 'Cause I can't. Okay, I'll ready an action to cast a spell if I see a bad guy come out of the darkness. Is that okay?
We'll see why not.
And the spell's gonna be Spiked Pit, if anyone cares. Basically, as soon as I see one come out, I'm gonna like put a pit under them and hope it like makes them worried or something. I don't know. Maybe pit's not great in this big open field. Okay, I'll cast a 6th level spell. I will cast Banshee Blast. No, because they won't be in range. God damn it. It's only 30-foot cone. This spell sucks. Don't know why I have it. These guys aren't undead, are they? I mean, definitely the scorpions aren't, right?
No. But the actual scorpions are probably immune to mind affecting because they have vermin traits.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna cast False Life Greater on myself. Greater False Life. That's the plan. Button. Not bad. Okay, that's it. Down arrow. I hit the button for once. Ever. The end turn button.
No, Banshee Blast looks like a cool spell, actually.
It's a 30-foot cone in front of you. So it's good if people are on me or close, but not for this situation.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
yeah, I did
crowd
take it
control
because
and blast.
I mean, the damage is almost negligible.
I don't
Right?
know.
Isn't it like
11d4?
D6? Oh, it's 11d4. Never mind, it's good. I was thinking it was like a D6 plus caster level or something.
No.
That was maybe something else, but yeah.
The biggest part of it
That'd be
is
good if
that
we're like inside.
it can also panic. It can also panic anyone who fails a will save that takes the damage. Well, only if they fail
Oh,
the
yeah,
reflex, though. But yeah.
Okay, let's see where we
Yep,
are.
that's why I took it.
Hey, what happened to the chat?
Yeah.
So you
Chat
just
just
cleared it,
cleared.
probably.
Yeah, it went away. Nero, adjust that how you'd like, when you'd like. Okay. What are we gonna do? This scorpion seems to be waiting, along with this one. Teti says, if you seek shelter, you know what to do. And she's gonna fly down here and cast fog cloud. Is it
Fog cloud or obscuring mist?
Obscuring
I'd
mist,
say, is that
obscuring mist,
obscuring
yeah.
mist? Okay.
Let's see. Obscuring Mist is.
I was thinking of casting that spell, but then I
20.
was like, I don't know if it's gonna be good because I don't know what's attacking us.
Okay, so that is set, and this scorpion though seems to
So wait,
like
is it
start
like
to
high
make
up
its
in the air
way
then?
for. No, she flew down.
Okay, great.
Okay, Raz.
Raz has dark vision.
I do. Alright, I'm going to approach. I'm gonna jump over. But I'm gonna sheath my weapon as I do that. I jump 25 feet. I sheath my weapon, although I still have my buckler out. I'm gonna remain focused raged for now, but I am going to tell him that you sound concerned. I don't want to have to kill more of you, but there is a cult in here that we must deal with. Surely there's something we can do to convince you to have you and yours stand down.
There's nothing
I
we
am a
can do.
reasonable
Don't
gnoll,
call me Shirley.
That was uncalled for. How dare you?
and I'll take that as my turn.
Okay. Another scorpion moves forward. One of these guys seems to do like a move around the back here. So you just, for
I also
those who
give him my
can
name. I
see
address
here,
myself as Rastak.
you just see movement, but they're not like approaching. It's just general like shifting and shifting movement in the scene there. Nero.
Nero double moves. Bloody fucking sand.
And will that be it?
Yeah, I'm actually really glad that I took that Raging Leaper. It's gotten me so much value in this difficult terrain.
And will that be it, Nero?
I mean, with how far away he is from everyone and where their attention is, he doesn't think that he's going to be able to do too much. Let alone he doesn't think they're going to be able to hear him all that well.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't think you can shout loud. Let's see. Still
He's also
some
a little winded
shifting.
trying to run through sand.
Oh yeah, that is fair. That's probably. Have you ever done that? It sucks, man.
Oh, it's brutal. Especially the loose sand.
Okay, more shifting is happening. The scorpions seem to be eager to kind of do something. But they seem to be waiting for perhaps a command. And we're at the next round, round 9, Nimitep. You're at the edge of a fog.
Okay. Well, this guy's talking. So, Nimitep says, we come seeking the people, the cultists that violated the tomb that Tetsuhira has been pledged to guard. They've stolen from it the corpse buried within, and we are here to retrieve it. If you help us retrieve what is rightfully Tetsuhira's then there is no more need for any violence. You of all people should know the importance of being able to keep your ward or your charge safe.
Okay.
And if this comes down to a diplomacy check, I'm going to assist Raz.
Not yet. Not yet. Layla?
Okay.
Hmm. I'm curious about like what's actually causing that dim light over there. I'm assuming I don't have the skills to identify what that is,
I
though.
guess I failed to describe it to you earlier when you flew over. But allow me to properly describe that little zone there. A vast dark shadow stretches across the sand north and east of the Sphinx. Based on the position of the sun overhead, the monolithic statue should cast a shadow in a completely different area. Um, One that is fully illuminated in
So,
sunlight. Even more strangely, the patch of darkness remains constant as the sun moves across the sky. 4 pavilion tents painted in red and gold swirls sit within the shadow.
so this area over here, that's what I'm saying. It's not like a natural shadow. That's what I'm hearing, right? Or is it?
It
I guess I'm
seems like it
confused.
might be the shadow of the Sphinx, perhaps, because you don't see the shadow of the Sphinx elsewhere now that you're looking more at it and the
Okay,
sun has spent some time moving because like the
that's what
sun's
I'm
been
confused about.
moving and
Because
the
at
shadow's
first,
not. Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's the part that makes it confusing. Because you're saying that it's there when the sun doesn't move. So that makes me think it's not. It's something unnatural.
Perhaps. Who knows?
Because theoretically, I could like lower the light level even more over there. But if it's a darkness, a spell, if it's the spell darkness as well, then it won't like that spell doesn't stack with itself. But I don't have any way to know if that's what's going on. So, I mean, I guess I could just keep buffing the party, I guess. I don't know. I could just I'll just delay for now. I'll just hold my action, and if one of them attacks, I can always take my turn after that.
Good
So for now, I'm not going to
choice.
do anything.
We're going to step out of combat until perhaps we start back up again. Um, it seems like he is willing to negotiate, as he will
Okay.
step forward out of the shadows to reveal himself more to the others. Some of the scorpions scurry forward with him, but he says, "Allow us to speak, but when we are done, I'm sure you will be the one leaving." And we have an image for this nice, lovely fellow.
It's Dwayne the
Ooh.
Rock Johnson.
Can I knowledge check to see if I know what kind of creature he is and if that's just a normal scorpion he's on?
You already
He is the scorpion.
know he is.
He is the scorpion.
He's a scorpion man.
Oh.
This one perhaps is skilled in some sort of class.
So I'm gonna try and get up to them quickly.
You're
We
finally
all just turn
arrived.
around like, wait for our dwarf to show up, and we just watch him come towards us.
Yeah, it's just like when someone shows up late to our mid-shift meeting at work, or like everybody turn and look, just stare at them.
Yeah.
So
Being
I'm
back
gonna
late
try
from their
and get up
break.
to Nematep.
Going
Okay.
through the fog cloud. I'm gonna
Yep,
remove
it feels good in
Blessing of
there.
Fervor because that's probably
I'm
gonna
gonna
only last for a minute.
I'll put
tap
see
Nematep
invisibility
on
on
the
myself.
shoulder.
I don't know if that was ever done, but usually I would have that on.
I'm sorry, Nero, what'd you say?
So I'm tapping Nematep on the shoulder, trying to get her attention.
Gotcha.
Oh no, you don't. I cast Respectful Quiet on you. No, I'm just kidding.
Apparently, because Nematep's not responding.
No one talks. I cast Silence. I used Blessing of Fervor to cast Silence as if it had the silent metamagic feed on it as well. It's a silent silence.
Star Fox there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nero's tapping you on the shoulder.
So Nero's like, "Hey, Nematep, those things we found one of them back there. Seemed to have suffered an unfortunate death. Had a talisman on its neck. So something we had found on the way here. Just, you know, there's something
Mm-hmm.
about this. Maybe is important."
Which talisman did we find?
Was Nematep there?
Yeah, hello?
No.
Hi.
Yeah.
Were you there
Yeah.
when that happened? Was Star Fox present that game?
I'm trying to remember.
So just after you guys left um the tomb of the architect, you guys
Yes.
headed north. Were you there for that session?
I know I was.
And you guys found something. And Nero very specifically chose to take something with him. That doesn't ring a bell to anybody.
That doesn't ring a bell to me at all.
No,
Well, I
off the top of
remember
my head.
that, and if you look in the inventory, someone does have it.
Whoa.
Are you talking about the necklace thing we found? Because that was me that took it, not Nero.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it you? Okay, I think Nero specifically talked about it though.
Did he? I don't know.
Well, I
I just
know
remember
I took
that
the
I took it.
golden holy symbol of Saturn.
I have Scorpion Amulet of Scorpion Dead Desert Dude.
Okay. Well, perhaps
See, I don't
That's
remember
what I
Nero
that.
think what you're talking
remembers
about.
it because he had plenty of time to think about it while you guys were in the heat of combat. So he's telling you,
Yep.
he's reminding you guys about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can give it to him. I think.
Well, at least show
Well,
it to him.
let's talk to him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk to him. But yeah, keep that in mind. If I don't know, maybe I'll earn some goodwill.
So let's talk. My
Well,
name is
I'm gonna.
Restek. What's yours?
He says, I don't really have the patience for formalities. State your case. What can you provide me? If I let you in, the cultists have tasked me with a duty. It is my duty to prevent you to go in, regardless of what they
What
have
did they
done.
give you?
But you care more about the survival of your people.
He looks among you guys and says, I don't think we are going to be having a problem. He seems absurdly confident
Well, if
about
you...
that too.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
mean,
if
did he
you
not just see
prevent
what we
us
just
from
did?
going in, then I assure you that neither of us will have much to talk
Well,
about because there will be dead people on both sides.
what did the
Not on
cultists
both sides.
pay you?
Jeez.
He looks sharply over at Layla. I do not have to inform you of that. And he looks back over at Raz and says,
Well,
I'm
surely
still not
telling
gonna let
us,
you in. But maybe we
surely
can bring the
telling us
body
what
out.
they like offered in order to get access and like to like would inform our decisions in perhaps doing business with you ourselves.
He shakes his head and says, "No, I'm not going to tell you."
Do these guys have any holy symbols or any sort of religious identification or anything?
If you take a good look at them, no, they don't. They're not wearing any religious gear.
All right. Well, if you've been tasked to guard this place for the cult, then are you part of it, or are you just working for them?
He starts to look aggravated as if he's ready to like start combat up because he doesn't seem to want to have conversations. Um but he does not answer that question. Some of the
And Raz says, I
scorpions start
only
to move
ask
forward.
because it seems like one of your kind ran away.
Ran away? Our kind doesn't run away.
Yes. We found one that looks like you guys, dead, far from here. I don't think they shared the same sentiment as you do.
Lies.
I look to whoever has the thing, and I tell them
Pops has
to,
it.
we have proof. This was on their body.
I'll take out the amulet thing and fly down and hand it to Raz, and then fly back to my spot and just be in like this floating position of good angles of attack. So yeah, you have the amulet. And show it to him or something. I can put it in the party sheet if you want.
You show him the amulet? Okay.
Yeah.
And he responds, "Then what is the fate of our scout, then? Was it you who slain them?"
I shake my head and I say we found them already dead. A creature, and I describe the creature emaciated, bony, with wings, was preying upon the body. That creature we slew. As for the dead, we weren't sure who they were, but we paid our respects and allowed the body to be buried and taken in the sand.
All right, everybody. Roll me that diplomacy.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say initiative.
And we can do that if you want.
We're diplomacying out here.
I know we are, but I just thought he was gonna be like pissed off about his person dying and just want to fight immediately.
That's a pretty good roll.
I'm with Pops. I'm helping.
All right, so with
Shut up,
does
Wispa.
Miro want to help?
Oh, hopefully it's
I
just one
get
of
a
those,
natural 10 by not saying anything, right?
Well, you can basically not assist if you don't want to.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think you can take 10 on something like this.
Nope,
Okay,
I failed.
okay.
Hey, you
Yeah.
rolled like I did.
Yeah, you guys aren't participating in the conversation
Nice.
too much, but with the assistance of Nimitep and
Our beards
Layla
intimidate them.
backing Raz up,
No.
his
Raz taking Layla the
attitude
one's talking most of it.
seems to shift. And he says, "I knew that scout well. He wasn't fleeing from us, he was scouting for us." He takes a deep breath and sighs and reaches his hand out.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
"May I have it?"
I know.
I grab from Wiz Pops and then carry it over to him.
I mean,
Assuming Wiz Pops
Raz
lets me
has
take
it right now.
Oh, Raz has
I
it.
give
Never
it to
mind,
him
I
then.
think
I handed it to Raz so Raz could show
Oh,
him. So, and it's
never
in the
mind.
party
I think you're
sheet
still holding it.
for fancy grounds wise.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I step forward and I give it to him.
Mm-hmm. We've been trying to find him for many, many days. We weren't sure what had happened, but this is sorrowful but good news as well. He
Was he a
says,
relative of yours?
yes, we are all family. I will allow you to enter the Sphinx with further interference. However, I cannot promise you that Rubilla, who is notoriously aggressive, will honor that deal.
Is she one of your kind as well, or one of the cultists?
They are one of my kind. Probably within the Sphinx now. They
All right.
have changed. None of us dare to go into the Sphinx.
Well, we'll do our best
Hmm.
to uh, talk her down, but we definitely we'll keep in mind what you said about her as well, and be cautious.
We'll try. Like I said, the only the only ones that I'm anticipating having to fight and possibly kill are the members of this cult. You seem like a good-natured people, and you are quite honorable yourself.
He,
Is there anything we could possibly say to get this Rubilla of yours to back down and join her people?
I'm sorry, what were you trying to get him to
Is
respond?
there anything we could possibly say, like, to get her to, join you guys back out here?
No. Like I said, she has changed.
I see. If it comes to it, and we have to fight, I'll try my best not to, I'll try my best to spare her. Like I said, I don't want to kill you, but this cult must be stopped.
He nods. You seem to have this sense that, like, he agrees that nobody should be inside there.
Hmm. I mean, hey, if I could say something to Nematep's look, I'm like, I'm a Knoll. A lot of people judge me based on my looks. Just because they're giant scorpion people doesn't mean they can't be good natured.
They attacked us. But anyway,
Yeah, because they were hired to defend this place. They
They
were
have a
just doing their job.
contract. Yeah.
I'm still skeptical of that description, but fair enough.
And at least their leader here parlayed in the effort of sparing more lives.
Yeah, he seems a reasonable sort to me as well.
Yeah, he's like an honorable warrior basically. It's not worth it if he loses all of his people.
Truth.
And I agree with that. And I don't think we actually killed any of the things that we just fought, right? We just downed them.
Actually, come to think of that, did they survive? Looks like either some of them died from bleeding or one stable. Two died from bleeding and one stabilized.
Okay, see. One of them was spared. But yeah, okay. If that's the case, then I thank him for his I thank him for this opportunity. And of course, you know, we mean the best for all of this. And I'll start walking away unless like he wants to shake my hand or something.
No.
There's a big height difference here, but all right, everybody. Let's do what we came here to do. We need to get inside that Sphinx and route this cult.
Okay.
Okay, this imposing sphinx is about 200 feet high.
The funny thing is that I was probably doing all of that negotiating while I was fatigued, because I would have had to drop my rage.
Oh, yeah, you're all like,
Yeah.
Yeah, out of breath
That's why
and
he was
stuff,
so confident he could beat us. Because he just heard you out of breath.
but maybe. I need to pick up the rage talent that lets me do it while fatigued.
This is a good place to stop before we go into there.
It's up to you. I still got
Oh, it's-
20 minutes in me.
Yep, whatever you want. I got here late, so I would be down for more, of course, but
Alright, we can keep going, I guess. But,
whatever the secret
just-
wants.
yeah, I just would prefer not to have another session right in the middle of combat, but
You don't want to combat cliffhanger?
not especially. But I mean, if that's what you want, then go for it.
I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, we can stop here and then let you guys examine the Sphinx next session.
Yeah. I just like I like it better generally being able to have the combat, like you're not in the middle going, okay, what buffs did I have up? Oh, how's, I mean, Fantasy Ground helps because it has the durations tracked in it, but
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
try not to end session
Well, I have
on
the
combat
invisibility
unless
on.
like our combat's turning out to be absurdly long, but
Oh yeah, like the one that lasted like 3 sessions or whatever
God.
for one combat.
Yay.
This had all the makings of that, and I was worried, but I'm glad it didn't come to that.
I
It
used
was
the
depending on what you
fireballs.
guys did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you had more fireballs, this would have been like, yeah, just a devastating like loss for them.
Yeah. I was
I
thinking
only
of trying
could have cast
my
one spontaneous
Well,
fireball.
now maybe Layla reminds you that though you guys did fight things over from these trees, there is another camp back here still.
Yeah, maybe it's got more cool stuff.
More of these fellows.
could be more of
so-
these guys too.
Yeah. So they had
Th-
confidence.
This situation is the only. Yeah. If I had cleave though, like this would be the one time where it's like, okay,
Whirlwind.
I'd be cleaving.
Whirlwind, whirl.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
how
hoping there's
tightly
not
packed
a
they
lot
are.
more like big, lots of people fights. Cause
I
I'm
had
out
some
of AoE.
fireballs available, but I would have to
You
use my
do?
whole 5
Oh.
slots. Well, I'd have to use Shadow
So shadow
Evocation for it.
evocation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
still pretty
one.
good.
My play
I have all
I
my
was thinking
single
of
target
trying,
stuff though now.
but again, I'm not sure if it would have worked, is Deeper Darkness, and if I move into here with Deeper Darkness, it turns into Supernatural Darkness, so even if these guys have dark vision, they wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of like not able to do anything in here. They'd probably even be able to attack me because I could put it on, like I could even
Okay,
use the leech
so
meta magic and put it on the ground in there.
are
I wouldn't
we
have to go in there.
are we ending here, or are we just going in and then ending?
You're not going in just yet, but is there anything that you guys want to do outside of the Sphinx before you open the door, I guess? And then once you choose
Rest
to
and
open the
get my
door,
spells
then we
back.
can stop.
I help them bring the unfortunate dead bodies back to them,
I think there's only
Okay.
one
unless they would rather
dead.
take them themselves.
2 died.
only
One's
one
just
dead-
not on the map.
Okay.
Tableau, right? No, we only fought 3 guitar blues, and one of them ran away.
That's right. Then yeah, then one's dead and
So only
one's...
one of them died and one's unconscious. So I'll help them
Mhm.
bring the unconscious one and the dead one back. And then there's some scorpions that died too, but they're probably not quite as upset about that. But maybe a little bit. They're like, no, Fido!
Yeah,
Because
they're pets.
we've established that the default scorpion name is Fido.
Oh.
It's like a gnoll and a hyena. They really are more pets to the gnolls. They're not like, they don't look at them
Yeah.
like members of the family.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because your pet isn't a member of the family. So that's all the dog and cat lovers.
Hmm?
Ugh.
Definitely not to gnolls. They're animals, and the gnolls are the people.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
Yep,
I think
that's
Sidaria's
why I
just
got to play
speaking to
some, at
some of
least.
the crazies out there who are like,
There's I mean, go ask Ron if his
They're like-
dog is a member of the family.
dogs
he'll
are
probably say
dogs are
yes.
more people. Dogs are more people than people are. In my
Okay,
family,
well not
I don't
yeah.
know.
That,
No,
that's
there's
a bit
people-
extreme, but there are
there's
definitely people
people
who'd be
that
like, yeah, the dog is a member of the family.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there
all the
are
experience.
That's all.
there
I'm
are
saying.
probably people out there that if you change the trolley problem,
Yes.
you know, so that one of the people on the trolleys was instead a dog and the other one
Oh,
was
yeah.
like a group of people you don't know, they'd be like,
They'd
I'd
save
pick
the
my
dog.
dog. I would save my
Yeah.
dog. Hell, there's people that probably pick a dog they don't even know. They'd be like, the dog is more pure. I don't know, it annoys me, but
Yeah. No, I
there are
agree.
people like that though.
There was a YouTube video I was watching where literally
We're definitely
that
gonna get
happened,
to
but it
level
was with
12
a cat. Oh,
by
no, it
the
was
end
a
of this
dog. It was
book.
like a cute little dog that looked like a cat.
Oh yeah.
And the lady in the video was like, "Oh yeah, I'd save the dog over this other person who I know in my life."
Yeah,
like, oh my
that-
god,
That's just absurd to me, but there are people that believe
that's
that.
crazy.
So.
I mean, I mean, I think she was telling the truth,
Yeah,
which is what's
yeah.
crazy.
Yay, more experience.
Like, I don't think it was just for the video.
A broad path leads
Yummy.
between the outstretched forelimbs of the giant statue, one of which has collapsed into a towering heap of rubble. At this close proximity, the Sphinx looms like a mountain above, with featureless visage staring blindly out into the desert. A set of double doors made of the same dun-colored sandstone of the Sphinx itself are carved into the Sphinx's chest. Inlaid hieroglyphs of ivory and lapis lazuli on the doors catch what little light makes its way into the shattered avenue.
Alright, I stride right up to the double doors like Aragorn in Return of the King, and I push them open.
I stop him from doing that.
Nimitip stops you.
Oh,
Hold up. Hold up a minute. So this one over here is the one that's collapsed, probably.
we can check for
Right.
traps before I make my dramatic entrance.
You're like, check for the traps. I'm gonna stand back here, and then you're gonna move away once you know it's clear, and then I'm going to do the cinematic shot.
So I check for the traps. If it's all good, I quietly stand to the side. And
Mhm.
And let him have
I
his
trust
moment.
Nematep.
I think we should spend the rest of the session trying to get
Why
the
don't you go
golem
up
to the Sphinx.
door?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Nero can do it.
God.
Nero, bring this thing to
Nero,
the Sphinx.
roll some dice.
And roll your perceptions and
Bring the golem to the Sphinx.
let's see what happens.
Why don't you bring the golem to the Sphinx? Cause
Alright, you know what, you're
I'll
right.
go through the
I'll
sand.
bring the golem to the Sphinx because it'll look much more badass if that thing, like, opens the doors.
Wait, is the golem immune to magic? Is it actually like a golem?
It's not a golem.
No.
It's a
I
ma-
cast disintegrate on the golem.
No, don't disintegrate the golem.
Raz, are you at
I
the
don't
doors?
really. I don't really.
I was
at the doors
actually
before, but
I was actually low key hoping that you were being serious and we're going to do it.
I would, except that we have so much stuff to do
Okay.
today. Like I should have done it on the
All right,
previous day.
let's children. A character who succeeds at perception check. Raz, your perception on the door before you wander off to go get the golem. You notice that the inlaid hieroglyphs are loosely set in the doors. The hieroglyphs seem to look like buttons. Perhaps the right combination would open the door. Maybe some checks can be made, such as linguistics.
Oh.
Actually, you guys already know how to read Assyrian, so you know that you know what each button says, which is just a bunch of names and a knowledge arcana can be had here. And then Nimitep, while all this is happening, perhaps you like look over at the rubble and something catches your eye. And you start to move over there and you think you see a secret door, a secret entrance
Ooh, the secret
in the
door.
rubble.
Ooh,
But not only
cliffhanger.
that,
We've got to take the secret door.
you're pretty sure that the door itself has a magical trap on it. No, an automatic trap on it. I'm
That
sorry.
we definitely
Yeah, it is
gotta
magical.
take the secret door if it's trapped.
Magical trap.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a
Okay,
secret
so now
game.
the
There's a
knowledge
secret
is-
door. Coincidence? I think not.
So those who can read Osirian or makes the proper linguistics check would identify that something that's going to be obvious to a couple of players when I start to read these, but Whiz Pops will confirm your suspicions. But the names of each of these buttons is Ablon, Castrovel, Golarian, Akaton, Versace, the Disporo, Eox, Triaxis, Livara, Brethenda, Oposte, and Octurn. And Wizpops would tell
Okay.
you guys those are the 12 planets. Those are planets.
Stellarian solar system.
Nimitap is confused by this concept.
Yeah, me too. What's a planet?
If you look up into the sky, some of the occasionally you'll see some stars that seem a little bit bigger and brighter than the others, and that's because they're closer. And
I say you mean the gods.
Sure, they're actually places though that you can go to, and the ones that are bigger and brighter are a lot closer.
No, those are the eyes of the gods that watch us.
And then a knowledge planes or religion can be had.
I have planes. I guess I have religion as well, but I'm better at planes.
And now some of you guys are recognizing that
I love Whiz
the faceless sphinx seems to have a representation of Arshkagal, the demon lord of greed, portals, and riddles.
Ooh.
And then a knowledge arcana and planes can be had.
Which plus 24 mod do I pick? Hopefully that's enough. That's kind of low.
Now that
Probably
you've
should not.
identified what all of this is saying and having a better understanding of it, you now seem to have an understanding of what buttons you should probably press in what order.
Or we could take the secret entrance.
That is true. And Nimitap, as they are brainstorming and discovering that, you're like, okay, so this trap, probably if they fail, it'll go off, or if we try to force our way in, it might go off. But if they succeed at doing the code correctly, it might just bypass the trap.
Nice.
Is the trap on the secret door or on the front
No,
door?
on the
On the double
main
doors.
door.
Yeah. The secret door doesn't seem to have
Oh,
any
okay.
trap. No,
See,
let me
Okay,
double
I
check.
see.
If I
that.
know one thing
Let me double
about
check that.
this party, it's that when there's a secret back door, we take that.
Oh yeah, like if it's
No
a
doubt in
secret
my
door and it was trapped, right?
No, the secret door is not trapped.
Oh,
The
it
That's
wasn't
main
right.
door is
trapped?
trapped.
Okay. Okay.
Secret is double checking.
Well, that's a conundrum then, because if there's a
We
trap
also
door,
usually
you
take the
typically
trap
want
door.
to take it, but if there's a secret door, you also want to take that. I was like, if it was both secret and trapped, then that's where you want to go.
The logic.
Yep, because
That's
they
adventurer logic.
they wouldn't want someone there. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
if you trap it and you make it hard to find, that's where the good shit is. But yeah, okay, so it
Wispop
seems
just
like
likes
either
taking
of
the
these doors
secret
would be
back
the
door
correct
because
one.
he doesn't like following what society tells him to do.
Alright.
Like,
You can be a rebel.
gosh darn it, I've lived longer than you've been alive.
You can be
Sonny.
a
I'll
rebel
go
in your
what door I
60s.
want.
You've already rebelled against life's grand scheme of killing you before you've reached your old age.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Rebel some more and live into your hundreds.
I hope to.
Well, actually, you've died once already. So I guess you have rebelled against death.
Okay, so Game Master's curious. I guess you're gonna go get the golem, or not the golem, but the mech, and you're gonna come back.
I'm gonna go
with
get the I'm gonna get the
bronze sentinel, and you like you know you're not gonna get that bronze golem through the secret door, but you think you can get it through the double doors, but it would have to squeeze.
Okay.
Now the game master.
Well, maybe
would like
we
to
can
know which
post it
door, or if
at the
not a
front
door. At all.
door. Okay, you know what? I would say let's take the front door. Let's take the front
What?
door, and if like stuff goes sour, we take the secret door, since they probably won't. Whatever's in here probably won't expect us to take the secret door.
So shouldn't that be our first choice then?
But we gotta
For
see what
that
we're
very
dealing
reason?
with.
So we sneak around through the secret door that they're not going to
Yeah,
expect
I think
us
we
to
go in
come
the
through.
secret door. Forget the
I'm
stupid
tired of-
mech.
I'm tired of going in the front door every time and having to fight everyone all at once. Like, I'd much rather try to be a little more subtle for a change.
Well, then we can post the mech in front of the double doors, imposingly.
Sure, that
I mean, the
that
funny thing is that
seems-
we always try to be subtle. It just doesn't work.
we don't always try to be subtle, but yeah, that's true. When we do try to be subtle, it still doesn't work. But oh, we captured this guy and bound him up, and then somebody just walks up and sets the whole alarm off immediately anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We go
Um,
invisible and teleport inside the building, and they can see invisibility. Great.
So
I
I'm
feel like that's
okay
happening,
with
guys,
us going
but-
through the secret door. I'm
That is-
throwing my
it's the-
vote into
It
that
happened
one.
in the church.
So
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
vote secret
park the
door.
sentinel at the front, and then you're gonna
Mhm.
go through the secret door.
Yeah, and I think putting the sentinel imposingly in front of the door is probably about the most useful thing we could possibly do with it. So I'm good with that.
I don't know. We might be able
It'll
to
be
sell it.
useful. It'll be useful. You'll see.
You'll see.
Let's take the control
You'll
rod
see.
so somebody doesn't wander away with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably
Ooh.
good too.
There you go. That's a plan.
Actually,
Good idea.
I vote we leave the. I vote that we leave the control rod in it.
Let somebody take it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, this is like that thing where somebody like parks their car, they leave their window rolled down. They're like, just fucking, if you want to steal something from my car, just take it.
My car's so fucking shitty. You can have it.
Just don't,
Whatever.
just don't break my window again.
Don't break the
damn
window.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
don't
seen
break
that
the window
before.
again. No, what ends up happening then is people have their windows get broken and like, I had my door unlocked. You fucking assholes. You could have just got
Right.
in there. I send like a note somebody put on there like my door is unlocked. Please don't smash the window. Like they actually put a note saying that on their window. It's funny.
That's crazy.
They must
That's
have that
people live in
experience a
Portland.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you live in Portland apparently.
Well,
How much
yeah,
do I
because
think
Luckily-
Portland's
No, no,
full
okay, no,
of
I
people
have a
who don't have
plan.
jobs and they think they can just live off the streets, and then they just start thieving and crime and stuff, and it's dumb.
Here's what
teenager
we do
petty
with
crimes,
the
dumb.
mech. We leave the control rods in it, and we use it like the sword in the stone. Whoever can drive it is the one who deserves to have it.
No, we drove it. It's ours.
Did we though?
I mean, does it
Yeah, we did.
does it
Define
have to be
drive.
though? Does it have to be ours though? That's all I'm saying. No. Realistically, yeah, we take out the control rod probably, but like,
How much can we sell it for?
let's be honest. If they steal the control or if they steal the golem, they're probably doing us a favor.
I like our
Okay, so we'll end here with the notion that you guys are gonna go through the secret door, and then I can thematically prep all that stuff for you guys.
Excellent. So next session
And just
we're going
know
to
that
change our
at
mind.
the
and
beginning
go
next
to the
session,
front
we're
one.
going to change our mind. Exactly what I was going
That's
to say.
fine. I'm gonna thematically prep the front door too.
Yeah, I hope we don't change our mind. I'd be
No,
really sad
no.
if you guys
I want to go through
fuck
the
us somehow.
secret door.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to change our mind this time.
It's like I missed the session,
Really?
and
Not
then
likely.
it's like, all right, now's our chance, and we're going through the front door now. Like, ah, you son of a bitch! I get back like next week. Yeah, we went through the front door. It was awful, just like you thought. Yeah, of course it was.
Always all.
Layla ended up dying. Sorry, Pluto.
Darn. All right, I'm playing Tribe Wizard now.
Right, we're gonna.
No, not really.
We're gonna host official Paizo. They're streaming right now, so we're gonna do that and
okay.
end the
Neat.
stream here.
Cool.